It's a Heritage Conference Championship night from First Commonwealth Bank Field in Homer City. Happy Monday, everybody, and welcome to our Renda Digital TV presentation of the Homer Center Wildcats looking to defend last year's Heritage Conference title as they meet the Northern Cambria Colts. First up, we would like to thank our co-presenting sponsors for tonight's championship game, Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil are proud to be co-presenting sponsors of the championship matchup. You can rely on Smith Coal and Oil and their sister location, Indiana Fuel and Oil, for all of your commercial and residential diesel and gas needs. Plus, they now offer bulk propane deliveries. Smith Coal and Oil. And also a big thank you to H&R Block in Northern Cambria. H&R Block wants you to focus on your business while they handle your books. H&R Block handles payroll, bookkeeping, tax preparation, and advice all year round. H&R Block in Northern Cambria. Well, we're looking forward to this night. It's overcast, but very pleasant. We're hoping the rain stay away. Wouldn't you know it, the forecast Saturday looked perfect, but now there's some rain moving in from the south, and we hope we could get this game in without any rain effects. The Homer Center Wildcats, as I mentioned, 16-4. And the Northern Cambria Colts, 17-2. The Wildcats were 13-3 in the conference. The Colts, 15-1. Homer Center, managed by Scott Bauer and Northern Cambria Skylar Eckenrode in his first season. He served as an assistant last year. Of course, I remember Skylar back in his Junior Legion days. I coached against him when he played for Clymer Legion. These two teams met in the regular season, being in different divisions. They met only once. Northern Cambria erased a 7-1 Homer Center lead that they had after 4 innings and plated 5 runs in each of the 5th and 6th to win 11-9. Former Wildcat Reese Wagner earned the win for Northern Cambria, while Noah Turk, today's starter, took the loss in relief. Braden Dunn had a couple of hits for Homer Center, and for Northern Cambria, Caleb Dolney had 3 hits. Nathan Fry and Ben Masita had 2 hits apiece for Northern Cambria. So we're looking toward a great game here tonight. The pitching matchup will feature Noah Turk with a 5-2 record. He's made 10 appearances, a fine 2.60 ERA, and Caleb Dolney, he's undefeated, 6-0 this year, 9 appearances, and his ERA is microscopic at 0.89. We're going to be telling you a lot more about these two teams as we move forward. You're going to see interviews that we conducted with both Scott Bauer of Homer Center and Skylar Eckenrode of the Northern Cambria Colts. The Colts won their first 9 games of the season before losing to Class 3A powerhouse Central Martinsburg. They are 14-5 and heading to the District 6 playoffs themselves. That score was 8-1 in favor of the Dragons. And following that loss, the Colts reeled off 6 more before losing to Conemaugh Township 11-0. They had beaten Conemaugh Township, the second-place team in their division, 11-1 2 days earlier. So both of those games critical in that North Division, and they split the series. It went right down to the wire for both of these teams. Northern Cambria battling with Conemaugh Township as they were looking to get back here, and Homer Center right down to the wire with West Shamokin. And Homer Center had 2 big come-from-behind victories along the way, none bigger than a week or so ago when they trailed 10-3 heading to the top of the 7th inning against West Shamokin, and they came racing back with 12 runs and won that ball game. It ended up 15-10 as the Wildcats, maybe without that victory in dramatic fashion, they're not here tonight, and West Shamokin is. So we're expecting a good crowd to come in here tonight. And first pitch around 7 o'clock, plenty of time for you to get down here. Again, our coverage being co-presented by Smith Coal and Oil of Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil of Indiana, and also H&R Block in Northern Cambria. I'll tell you what we're going to do next. You're going to hear from both coaches. First up, Scott Bauer of the 16-4 Homer Center Wildcats, and then we'll follow that up with Skylar Eckenrode of the Northern Cambria Colts. That and more as we continue from First Commonwealth Bank Field, the Heritage Conference Championship game on Renda Digital TV.
Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil are are proud to be a presenting sponsor of this District 6 matchup. Smith Coal and Oil is also proud to announce that you can now rely on the Smith team at their sister location, Indiana Fuel and Oil, for all your commercial and residential diesel and gas needs. Two great teams going at it tonight on the Diamond, and two great locations now available for all your fuel and heating needs. Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil, Indiana, PA. Proud supporters of high school athletics.
When tax time rolls around, H&R Block has many filing options to make it easy. H&R Block Tax Pros will maximize your return with or without an office visit. You can drop by H&R Block, use their drop-off service, or a tax pro can even do your taxes virtually. Just send a few pics from your phone and you never have to leave home. With so many ways to file, it's just another way Block has your back. Visit your local H&R Block tax office at 3909 Bigler Avenue, Northern Cambria. While tax situations are different, not everyone gets a refund.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
The Barnesboro Slovak Club is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. And if you're looking for a friendly, comfortable atmosphere with good friends and entertainment, then try the Barnesboro Slovak Club. The Barnesboro Slovak Club welcomes new members, and there's always fun activities to do there. And be sure to check the Slovak Club out on Facebook for upcoming events. Again, that's the Barnesboro Slovak Club. Join today.
Looking to experience luxury with your next vehicle? Then look no further than Luther Lincoln. From the full-size Lincoln Navigator to the mid-size Lincoln Aviator or the Lincoln Nautilus and Corsair crossovers, Luther has the Lincoln you want. With complimentary pickup and delivery for service, or being able to schedule your service appointments online, Luther Lincoln wants to make your experience a pleasant one. Luther Lincoln, your choice for Lincoln. Route 119, Homer City. Click on lutherlincoln.net.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
IRMC at Northern Cambria is proud to support Colts Championship Baseball. Looking for top-notch healthcare close to home? IRMC at Northern Cambria's walk-in primary care is now open 5 days a week to treat minor illness and injuries. We offer a full lineup of services like 3D mammography, lab work, x-rays, EKGs, and more, all with the quality care you deserve. Located on Crawford Avenue, stop in or call for more information. RMC at Northern Cambria, exceptional care close to home.
It's Championship Monday at First Commonwealth Bank Field, the Heritage Conference Championship game tonight between the Homer Center Wildcats and the Northern Cambria Colts. And it's time for the Scott Bauer Report from Homer Center, and the coach's interview being brought to you by Mod Wash. Buy individual washes, unlimited wash memberships, or even Mod Wash family plans. Experience Mod Wash at 1416 Indian Springs Road in Indiana. Your family's a Mod Wash family, right?
We are.
Staying clean?
We are.
Scott, congratulations on winning the division and returning here tonight for a chance to defend last year's Heritage Conference Championship. You have to be really, pleased with your group.
We are. We set out early this year with some goals, and our first goal was to get into the championship game for the Heritage Conference and try to defend our title.
I've said you guys are like the cardiac kids lately with a couple of big victories, dramatic in the 7th inning. Good thing you play 7 innings and not 6 like Little League, right? At West Shamokin a couple of weeks ago, you're down 10-3 heading to the last inning. You put a 12 spot on the board. And then just Thursday night, you needed a win because you wanted to kind of take care of business yourself. You find yourself trailing at Marion Center. They've been struggling. They had a good game, 5-2, but you put 4 on the board, led by a big hit from a very good freshman.
Yeah, Colin Dunn had a big 2 1 out, 2 strike, 3-run homer that kind of propelled us and put us in a good position to win that game. But our guys, they don't panic, they don't blink. They're just even keel, and they just kind of stay in the moment, and they don't get too high or too low. We always try to stay right in the middle, and they perform. Hopefully, sometimes so they don't make me so nervous, but not necessarily wait to the last moment.
When you guys are really at the top of your game, obviously it always starts on that little round circle in the middle of the infield. You have to pitch well, but good defense. You guys have been pretty solid. What's really fueled this 16-4 record?
I would say right there where you're starting. I mean, our starting pitching, our relief pitching has been strong. This is, knock on wood, has been one of our stronger defensive performances that I can remember in the last few years. Defensively, we've been relatively clean the last few games. So that really keeps us in most of the games until we're able to kind of crack the other team's defense.
Last year, I guess many would say Conemaugh Township was a favorite in this championship game. You knocked them off 9-3. You ended Northern Cambria's season in the District 6 playoffs. Here they are again, a really good experienced ball club with a lot of players back. You played them very early in the season. Here at First Commonwealth Bank Field, they got the better of it 11-9 in a wild game. What has to be different here tonight?
We have to be a lot cleaner in that game. We had 7 walks, 6 hits batman. We had a couple untimely errors. We just weren't able to get timely outs when Northern Cambria started mounting their comeback. We weren't able to kind of squash their rally, and they were able to put 10 runs in I think it was the 5th and 6th inning, and that really kind of solidified, their comeback. So we just got to be cleaner, pitching, defense, and then again try to find ways to scratch runs across. We know it's going to be a tough challenge.
What about your starting pitcher tonight? Who are you going to go with? Going to face a lineup that I think has 4 or 5, maybe even 6 guys batting over 400.
Yeah, it's no doubt at 1 through 9, probably 1 through 12. They probably got guys on the bench that they can bring in. They're just really deep. Skylar's done a great job. We're gonna come at him with our best guy. We're gonna come at. We got 3 guys that we feel are pretty comparable. But Noah's been our workhorse. So Noah Turk's gonna get the ball tonight. He's gonna start us off. But we got Nash, we got Matt, and we got Dom all ready to go if needed.
And the nice thing this year, you really don't have to worry about bumping up right against the start of the District 6 playoffs. You'll have a week off, which is great.
Yeah, last year I think we had to keep Owen or Caleb. We kind of had to decide who we were going to keep back because we played on Thursday. But this year, having the bye and not playing till Monday, we don't really have to rest or wait. We can just, and they're in the same boat because they're the top seed. So they also have a bye. So they're going to come at us with full arms, full arsenal.
Hey, Scott, thanks for doing this. You've done a great job with the program. Keep that car clean for Mod Wash, okay?
Will do.
All right, we'll talk to you after the game as well.
All right.
Head coach Scott Bauer, brought to you by Mod Wash and our Heritage Conference Baseball Championship game coverage from First Commonwealth Bank Field in Homer City will continue right after these words on Renda Digital TV.
Coral Sportsman's Club continues to soar, and the club is proud to offer newly remodeled facilities for its many members. Voted best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County, the club features a large 3-acre fishing pond that is well stocked and offers a shooting range that is open year-round. The club takes pride in hosting kid-friendly events and the annual fireworks display for the 4th of July. Inside, club members can enjoy a newly remodeled bar area, the perfect place to unwind and watch your favorite team. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club.
Let's go!
IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is your keystone to your family's healthy life. 3D mammography, dermatology, pediatrics, physical and occupational therapy, sports medicine, and many more vital life services. And of course, Urgicare. 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, next to the Chestnut Ridge Golf Resort. Get in, get out, get better.
When your home or business needs reliable heat, Kirsch Heating Corporation is ready to deliver comfort you can count on. They specialize in installation, maintenance, and repairs for residential and commercial heating systems. With years of trusted service in Northern Cambria, Kirsch Heating keeps your system running smoothly all season long. Call 814-948-9778 today. And this season, Kirsch Heating proudly supports the Northern Cambria Colts baseball team. Go Colts!
R4H, this is Ben.
R4H is here when you need us. R4H provides transportation 7 days a week, including holidays. We offer local and long-distance transportation for ambulatory clients, as well as those who require a wheelchair, gurney chair, or stretcher van. We provide transportation to medical appointments as well as social and holiday events. We take pride in providing quality care and professional services to all of our clients. Exciting news! R4H is now certified to provide CPR, first aid, and AED classes to our local community. Due to our rapid growth and increasing need for our services, R4H is looking to expand our team. If you are interested in joining our team as a driver, apply online at rider4h.com or scan the QR code located at the bottom of this ad. Full-time, part-time, and casual positions are available in many locations. R4H Medical Transportation is an equal opportunity employer.
As always, because of you,
we are R4H.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
The Barnesboro Slovak Club is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. And if you're looking for a friendly, comfortable atmosphere with good friends and entertainment, then try the Barnesboro Slovak Club. The Barnesboro Slovak Club welcomes new members, and there's always fun activities to do there. And be sure to check the Slovak Club out on Facebook for upcoming events. Again, that's the Barnesboro Slovak Club. Join today.
Since 1958, the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club has been the heart of youth sports in the Greater Homer Center School District. From spring to summer, the Booster Sports Complex is alive, with kids learning the great games of baseball and softball, building skills, friendships, and future Wildcats pride. We're proud to be the foundation for varsity excellence. Good luck to the Homer Center Wildcats in the playoffs from the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club.
Pregame show from First Commonwealth Bank Field continues. Heritage Conference Championship game between the Northern Cambria Colts and the Homer Center Wildcats. And we're with first-year head coach of the Colts, Skylar Eckenrode, and the interview being brought to you by Modwash, Indian Springs Road in Indiana. Hey, go unlimited. Modwash Unlimited plans offer great value. Or buy single Mod Washes, become a member of Unlimited Washes, or ask about the family plans at Modwash, Indian Springs Road in Indiana. Well, Coach, first year at Northern Cambria, highly successful, 17-2 record. Couldn't have gone much better.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely didn't come easy. Those 17 wins were hard fought. We definitely had a lot of challenges along the way. The conference, I think, is playing really good baseball right now. You look at the district standings across, there's a lot of heritage teams up there. A lot of them challenged us a couple games. I mean, Homer gave us a run there first week of the season even.
Well, both of these divisions came right down to the wire, right? I mean, your division especially difficult with Conemaugh Township, who played here against Homer Center last year. You split the season series with them. They had a couple of outstanding pitchers, and one of them, Dinyar, right? And he's a handful.
Yeah. I mean, we got the best of them in game one. We won 11-1 there. We hit the ball really well that day. Next day, we went back to Township due to some rain issues and some wind damage at our field. And Dinyar threw that day, and he was locked in, and he shut us down pretty well. We had one hit on the first pitch of the game, but nothing after. So,
well, like I said, these two divisions came right down to the wire. You didn't have anything clinched until Thursday. You had to play a doubleheader against Conemaugh Valley, and they're a pretty good ball club. I saw them play Homer Center tough for at least a couple of innings earlier in the season. But your kids really put their foot down and dominated that doubleheader, I think, by a combined 25-4.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a lot before the game. We didn't want to have to come down to tiebreakers or anything like that. So we talked a lot before the game about doing what we needed to do and taking care of business. And the guys were locked in. We had a little bit of a slow start in the first game, first 3 innings, but we came to life late and then put it away.
lots of expectations, Skylar, just what you wanted to walk into as a first-year coach. But I guess it's better than walking into a situation where you're coming off of an 0-22 season. But preseason hype, media day right here at First Commonwealth Bank Field. You were picked to win your division. You did it. But was there any challenge in keeping the kids focused?
You know, we've been talking from the start of the season. I mean, those kids know that they're talented. I mean, we're not going to sit here and say that they don't think they're talented. They know they're a talented group. They know they were going to be challenged. So we've been preaching from day one. We got to take this not just game by game, but we got to take it pitch by pitch, at bat by at bat, inning by inning, and try to build off of that rather than thinking about what we're going to do ahead of this. Stay focused, stay in the present, and do what you got to do and take care of business. And so far, so good.
Senior-laden team, lots of returnees from last year's team. I think 12 seniors, perhaps, along.
I went 10.
10 seniors, still a good number. And the fact that you had to play in the conference title, now that you play in the conference title, last year Homer Center upset you, ended your season in the playoffs. You weren't there, of course, but does that kind of come into play? Was there like a bitter taste in the kid's mouth entering this season?
Well, I wasn't at the head spot at the time, but I was in the dugout. So yeah, everybody remembers that taste. You know, we know that Homer's got a good program. Scott does a fantastic job there. We got to work to best them this year, I guess. And I wouldn't be shocked if we run into them again come district playoff time at all.
Yeah, the top two seeds in District 6 Class A going against each other. What about the matchup here tonight? As we talked about, you beat them so long ago, back in March when snow was still flying, 11-9, a come from behind victory. So I'm not sure you can put any weight on that. But as I like to say, and I remember you pitching against some old Legion teams of mine back in the day. It all starts on that little round circle, right? You have to get good pitching. Who are you going to go with tonight?
Caleb Dolney's going to take the bump tonight. Caleb's had a fantastic season for us. Really grown as a pitcher, really shutting some good teams down. He had one hit against Conemaugh Township there 2 weeks ago. So he's going to toe the rubber tonight. We expect him to bring his A game, and he seems ready for the challenge.
And as I said to Coach Bauer, it's kind of nice that the District 6 playoffs, you'll have a week off, so not bumping up against that where you really have to be cautious with your pitching. Both teams can really get after it tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I mean, we want to beat everybody's best, and I'm sure Scott and Homer feels the same way. We don't want to take the cheap route. We want to earn it, and we want them to give us all they got too.
Finally, 11-9. Yeah, it might be entertaining for the fans, but would you prefer maybe a lower scoring game today?
I wouldn't hate it. That was a stressful one. We were actually on 7-1 there for the majority of that game, and I was about ready to rip all my hair out. So yeah, I could go for a little low scoring game. Maybe take a lead early and go that way. But whatever we got to do, we'll work to get it done.
Skylar, great seeing you. Thanks for doing this. Have a blast tonight. I think it's a great place to host the conference championship.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I want to thank Renda. You guys do a fantastic job promoting high school sports in the area. It's a great thing.
Skylar Eckenrode, head coach of the Northern Cambria Colts. What a first year he's had at the helm, 17-2. They go against the 16-4 Wildcats. Starting lineups right around the corner. As we continue with the pregame show, Coaches Report brought to you by Maud Wash, Indian Springs Road in Indiana. Back with more after this on Renda Digital TV.
When you're in need of auto repairs, the place to go is Posix Auto Shop. Posix Auto Shop does your normal mechanical repairs, including brakes, exhaust, engine, oil changes, and state inspections. Posix also specializes in classic and antique cars. Trust your vehicle to Andrew Posix when you're in need of repairs. Posix Auto Repair on Old Route 119 South, just outside of Homer City. 724-599-4053.
The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club continues to soar, and the club is proud to offer newly remodeled facilities for its many members. Voted best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County, the club features a large 3-acre fishing pond that is well stocked and offers a shooting range that is open year-round. The club takes pride in hosting kid-friendly events and the annual fireworks display for the 4th of July. Inside, club members can enjoy a newly remodeled bar area, the perfect place to unwind and watch your favorite team. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club.
Let's go!
Are you ready to take your project to the championship level? Cambria Ready Mix Concrete is here for you. Serving the Route 22 and 219 corridors in Cambria County, they understand the importance of teamwork and rock-solid values, just like your favorite sports teams. A proud supporter of high school athletics, they are dedicated to building stronger communities. Whether you're planning on a new home, driveway, or backyard sport court this year, get your concrete from the county seat. Call 1-866-BUY-CRMC. 1-866-BUY-CRMC.
In the past, cleaning your car meant dirtying the environment. Not at Mod Wash. At home, the average car wash takes 150 gallons of water. At Mod Wash, only 30. And 20 gallons we reclaim. Retail soaps and chemicals seep into our creeks, rivers, and groundwater. Everything at Mod Wash is biodegradable. The dirt off your car is, well, dirt. At Mod Wash, it's collected and used for potting soil and fertilizer. See for yourself. Mod Wash on Indian Springs next to Lorelli's. We do clean.
Are you a do-it-yourselfer? That's commendable. But when it comes to tax laws, IRS rules, and regulations, it's not a bad idea to seek the help of a professional. That professional is Tom Citroni of Citroni Accounting. Tom can help with tax prep for individuals, families, and businesses, while also providing bookkeeping, accounting, and payroll services too. Wishing the Wildcats all the best in today's game. Citroni Accounting, Main Street, Homer City. Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
The starting lineups being introduced to the big crowd that's gathering here tonight. We're hoping to keep the rains away. We're going to give you the starting lineups. The home team will be Northern Cambria. It rotates every year. We will give you Homer Center's starting lineup as they go to work first. It'll be Braden Dunn leading off and playing shortstop. Batting second will be the second baseman, Nate Burchell. Batting third will be the first baseman, Braden Dunn. Hitting fourth, the freshman had a grand slam that propelled Homer Center to a come-from-behind victory last week over Marion Center. Colin Dunn will bat fourth and play third base, and the younger brother of Braden. Batting fifth will be the catcher, Dom Shimko. Hitting in the sixth position will be pitcher Noah Turk. Batting seventh will be center fielder Nash Budner. Hitting in the eighth position will be right fielder Drew Fisher. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, Matt Zerfoss. He will bat for left fielder Connor DeArmond. For the Northern Cambria Colts, leading off and playing left field will be Shane Gisler. Batting second, his twin brother, designated hitter Sean Gisler. He will bat for center fielder Ty Dumm. Batting third will be right fielder number 5, Brad Valeria. Batting fourth will be second baseman Ben Messina. Batting fifth and pitching will be Caleb Dolney. Hitting in the sixth position, the catcher, Zach Lockert. Batting seventh and playing third base will be Parker Schutte. Hitting eighth and playing first base will be Trey Pershing. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Nate Fry. Of course, so many of these names familiar from football and basketball. It's been a great senior year for the Colts all the way around in boys sports, primary sports at least, football and basketball, and now here they are in baseball. By the way, Homer Center and Northern Cambria will both play in the District 6 single-A playoffs starting next week, and they are the number 1 and number 2 seeds respectively. The Colts number 1 and the Wildcats number 2. starting lineups have been introduced. Sam, we're okay with breaks, right? We have the national anthem, and we'll try to pick that up for you.
For the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Star-Spangled Banner played for the fans, still coming through the gate here tonight. The umpires behind home plate, Marty Knezevich. At first base, Brad Trussell. Pete Jones will be at second base, and Sam Brunetti, the third base umpire here on what is right now at least a great night for baseball. Very comfortable. Wind blowing out, which is rare here. Usually it blows straight in at First Commonwealth Bank Field. The dimensions 311 down the left field line, juts out to 320 really quickly. In the power alley to left, 356, 340. The center field area with that big 20-foot fence across the way, 340 to right center, and then 320, and eventually to the foul pole, 307 with a 10-foot fence. Home plate, we have 50 feet from home plate to the backstop, so plenty of room for advancement on a wild pitch or pass ball with runners on third. A little bit of a Wrigley Field look, if you will, with the brick wall. Let's look at the Colts defense for you. From left to right in the outfield, the left fielder, Shane Gisler. Center fielder is Ty Dum. In right field, Brad Valeria. The infield, third to first, Parker Schutte, Nate Fry, Ben Messina, and at first, Trey Pershing. The battery, the catcher, Zach Lockard, and the pitcher, Caleb Dolney. Will set the Wildcat defense when we head to the home half of the first inning. As for Caleb Dolney, 6-0 record. He's made 9 appearances, 31 and a third innings. He's allowed just 13 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned. He's walked 20, and he struck out 62. That's an average of 2 an inning. Wildcats, the defending Heritage Conference champs. They beat Conemaugh Township 9-3 last year. Homer Center lost 2 of their first 3 games with losses against Conemaugh Township and Northern Cambria, and then they won 11 of their last 12 games. The only setback, a 2-0 shutout loss to second place West Shamokin. So leading off, Braden Rado, 439 hitter, and here's the tall right-hander's first pitch. Curveball stays high. Rado, 26 hits, 16 RBIs. Next pitch, inside corner for strike 1. Crowd still coming in. There was some Little League activity down below, so the parking lots are jam-packed here at FCB Field. Hit batsman as Rado is plunked on the third pitch of the game. I mentioned these two teams met way back in March. On March 21st, Colts trailed 7-1, came back, won the game 11-9. 5 runs in the 5th and 6th innings. Nate Burchell, Rado leads away. First pitch misses. Burchell, 362 hitter. Runner going. Good jump. They're never going to get him. Sliding head first is Rado with a stolen base. Our first and second innings being brought to you by R4H Medical Transportation. Due to their rapid growth and increase in need for services, R4H is looking to expand their team. If you're interested in joining them as a driver, apply online at rider4h.com or scan the QR code that you'll see during their ad tonight. R4H Medical Transportation bringing you our first two innings. Rado had to go over to the dugout, and I'm not sure why. He's at second base with nobody out. The right-handed hitter hitting Burchell stands in. Scoring to bunt, popped it up. I mentioned Dolney, his ERA 0.89. But he has himself in some early trouble with the hit batsman and the stolen base. Fry checks the runner Rado at second. Second baseman Messina also pinching in. This one chopped over the head of the pitcher, fielded on a couple of hops, and the throw to first from Messina, the second baseman, to Pershing for the first out, but Rado does advance to third base. Little Baltimore chop.
Batting third, first baseman, number 11, Braden Dunn.
Braden Dunn, Homer Center's top hitter, steps in, takes the first pitch for a ball. Braden hitting .490, 19 RBIs, tied for the team lead. This one popped up. Will it stay in play in foul territory? The catcher Lockhart near the warning track and makes the grab in front of the Colts fans. Good job by the catcher Lockhart, and a big out for Dolney as he erases Homer Center's leading hitter. His younger brother, freshman Colin Dunn,
Third baseman, number 18,
steps in, hitting .421, 24 hits in 57 plate appearances, 19 ribbies, first pitch a curveball and a dandy for a strike. He and his brother Braden, 19 ribbies apiece. 2 outs. Rado leads away at third. Dolney works from the windup, and a good fastball, 81 miles an hour, says the radar gun at First Commonwealth Field. And he's in a hole, 2 strikes and nothing. Next offering, popped up right field. Brad Valeria coming in and over toward the foul line and makes the grab to retire the side. Wildcats get the first man on, can't get him around. We played a half inning. Wildcats nothing, Colts coming to bat on Renda Digital TV.
R4H, this is Ben.
R4H is here when you need us. R4H provides transportation 7 days a week, including holidays. We offer local and long-distance transportation for ambulatory clients, as well as those who require a wheelchair, gurney chair, or stretcher van. We provide transportation to medical appointments as well as social and holiday events. We take pride in providing quality care and professional services to all of our clients. Exciting news! R4H is now certified to provide CPR, first aid, and AED classes to our local community. Due to our rapid growth and increasing need for our services, R4H is looking to expand our team. If you are interested in joining our team as a driver, apply online at rider4h.com or scan the QR code located at the bottom of this ad. Full-time, part-time, and casual positions are available in many locations. R4H Medical Transportation is an equal opportunity employer.
As always, because of you,
we are R4H.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So, there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
This is back with you at First Commonwealth Bank Field. Our first and second innings brought to you by R4H Medical Transportation. Due to their rapid growth and increase in need for services, R4H is looking to expand their team. If you're interested in joining them as a driver, apply online at rider4h.com or scan the QR code that you'll see during their ad tonight.
Leading off for Northern Cambria, the left fielder, number 4, Shane Gisler.
Shane Gisler to lead off for the Northern Cambria Colts. Let's set the Wildcat defense quickly. The outfield left to right, Connor DeArmond in left, Nash Budner in center, and Drew Fisher in right field. Third base to first, Colin Dunn, Braden Rado, Nate Burchell, and Braden Dunn. Noah Turk on the mound, and the first pitch that he delivers to Shane Gisler is wrapped up the middle for a base hit. The catcher is Dom Shimko. As far as Turk's numbers, he's 5-2. He's made 10 appearances, pitched 37 2/3 innings, allowed 36 hits, 24 runs, only 14 earned, 15 walks, 54 strikeouts. Next batter's Sean Gisler, twin brother of Shane. This is a senior-laden Northern Cambria team with 10 seniors. Gisler hitting .529. His brother picked on the first pitch, hitting .476. They have 4 players batting over .400. Takes the second pitch for a strike, so it's 1-1. Runner going. Shimko's throw to second base, not close. Going to roll into center field, but no further advancement. So a stolen base for Shane Gisler. Count is 1-2. Shane Gisler leads Sean Gisler, I should say, the batter, leads the team with 23 ribbies. 5 doubles, 5 triples for the left-handed hitter. Next pitch outside. So Sean has 10 extra base hits, and his twin brother Shane with 8 extra base hits. Good lead at second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Big punch out for Turk. That brings up Brad Valeria, the right fielder, hitting .449. He has 20 RBIs, 5 doubles among his 30 hits. This one ripped down the left field line. DeArmond fields it, rounding third and heading for home, and the Wildcats miss their cutoff man, and as a result, they allow the runner, Valeria, to go down to second base. So a fundamental error for the Wildcats, and the Colts, an RBI single off of the bat of Valeria, makes it 1-0. Ben Messina steps in, the second baseman, hitting .319. 16, check that, 15 for 47. First pitch fouled off. A run in, runner on, one man out. Turk at the belt. Pitch. Bounced on a couple of nice hops to the shortstop. Rado fills in, throw high, but a great job by the first baseman, Braden Dunn, climbing the ladder for the second out. No advancement for Valeria.
Batting fifth, the pitcher, number 25, Caleb Dolney.
Pitcher Caleb Dolney steps in, .333 hitter. Caleb 17 for 51, 13 RBIs, 9 doubles. Top part of this lineup is murder. Curveball stays a little high, maybe inside for a ball. A run in for the Colts. Again, they're the home team. This game is a neutral game, so to speak. Next pitch catching the outside corner with a 77-mile-an-hour fastball. First Commonwealth Bank Field has been the host site for the Heritage Conference Championship for a number of years now. Hit in the air weakly. DeArmond coming on and makes the catch for the side, retiring out. But the Colts grab the early lead, a run on a couple of hits. They strand a runner. We head to the second. It's 1-0 Northern Cambria on Renda Digital TV.
Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil are proud to be a presenting sponsor of this District 6 matchup. Smith Coal and Oil is also proud to announce that you can now rely on the Smith team at their sister location, Indiana Fuel and Oil, for all your commercial and residential diesel and gas needs. 2 great teams going at it tonight on the Diamond, and 2 great locations now available for all your fuel and heating needs. Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil, Indiana, PA. Proud supporters of high school athletics.
May is the month to make the switch to the Luther family of dealerships. Right now, get free tariff pricing on all new vehicles at Luther Ford Lincoln in Homer City, Luther Ford in Evansburg, and Luther Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Northern Cambria. Plus, employee pricing for everyone at all 3 dealerships. You get employee pricing, no exceptions. Save thousands on your next vehicle in May before it's too late at the Luther family of dealerships in Homer City, Evansburg, and Northern Cambria. The time to act is now. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club continues to soar, and the club is proud to offer newly remodeled facilities for its many members. Voted best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County, the club features a large 3-acre fishing pond that is well stocked and offers a shooting range that is open year-round. The club takes pride in hosting kid-friendly events and the annual fireworks display for the 4th of July. Inside, club members can enjoy a newly remodeled bar area, the perfect place to unwind and watch your favorite team. The Grayston Coral Sportsman's Club.
Let's go!
Back with you at First Commonwealth Bank Field. Going to rule an error on Homer Center left fielder Nate DeArmond on the overthrow to the third baseman. That the ball got loose and allowed the runner to head to second base. For the Wildcats, it'll be Dom Shimko, Noah Turk, and Nash Budner stepping up. Shimko. 317 batting average for Dom. $19 for 60. First pitch, a strike. Dolney's next offering a little low. 1-1. Sales manager Jason Hill checking in. Two and two on Shimko. Our presenting sponsors tonight, Smith Coal and Oil and H&R Block in Northern Cambria. Inside, just missed from Dolney. So the count runs full. Shimko asks for time. On deck, Noah Turk. Hard ground ball in the hole, fielded by the shortstop Fry. Long throw, and he didn't get him. Hustling single, infield single for Shimko for the second time in as many innings. The Wildcats have the leadoff man aboard.
Batting sixth, the pitcher, number 21, Noah Turk.
Noah Turk steps in. Number 6 hitter, going to have a courtesy runner at first base.
Courtesy runner number 22, Eli Turk.
Eli Turk, the courtesy runner for Shimko. Dolney will work from the stretch for the second time. Noah Turk takes the first pitch for a strike. Check swing. Did he go? He did. And he's in a hole 0-2. Noah hitting .241, 14 of 58. 12 ribbies. Short lead at first. Hit in the air to center field. Center fielder Dumb backtracks a few steps, several feet in front of the warning track, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 on, 1 out, and that'll bring up Nash Budner.
Batting seventh, center fielder, number 30, Nash Budner.
Budner hitting just .213, 13 of 61. Right-handed hitter, first pitch from Dolney, hit in the air. He offered it a high one, and that's what you normally do with that swing. If you make contact, you're going to pop it up, and that's what he did, and it's caught on the infield grass behind the pitcher's mound by Nate Fry. That brings up Drew Fisher.
Batting eighth, right fielder, number 4, Drew Fisher.
Fisher hitting .194, 12 for 62. Has scored 13 runs. Runner going. Throw from Lockhart, not in time. Stolen base. Ball kicks away, but into just the edge of the outfield grass and picked up quickly by the shortstop Fry. So the Wildcats' second stolen base in as many innings. Pitch was a strike. Swing and a miss. 82-mile-an-hour fastball from Dolney. He's thrown 25 pitches so far. Next pitch. Hit right field. That might be trouble if it's fair, and it lands just a couple of feet foul, halfway down the right field line. You knew it was going to be a tough play for Valeria. And fortunately for the Colts, it dropped in foul territory. So the count holds at 0-2 on Drew Fisher. On deck, designated hitter Matt Zerfoss. Next pitch, high and away. His hardest offering of the night at 83 miles an hour. At the belt. Pitch. Curveball, he wanted it, but it was upstairs. 2-2. Deucers are wild. 2-2 the count, 2 outs on the scoreboard. They shade him to right center. Big gap to left center. Pitch. Just missed. Full count. Outfield shallow. Dolney sends it home. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. First strikeout for Caleb. Wildcats leadoff runner aboard. They leave him stranded. One hit, nothing across. We head to the bottom of the second. Colts 1, Wildcats nothing on Renda Digital TV.
When your home or business needs reliable heat, Kirsch Heating Corporation is ready to deliver comfort you can count on. They specialize in installation, maintenance, and repairs for residential and commercial heating systems. With years of trusted service in Northern Cambria, Kirsch Heating keeps your system running smoothly all season long. Call 814-948-9778 today. And this season, Kirsch Heating proudly supports the Northern Cambria Colts baseball team. Go Colts!
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So, there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
Back with you at First Commonwealth Bank Field, Heritage Conference Championship game. Leading off for the Colts, Zach Lockard, the catcher. First pitch up for a ball. Lockard hitting .349. 7 of their 9 hitters are well over 300. Next offering from Turk down low for 2-ball count. Working quickly. Sweeper for a strike. Next pitch downstairs. Turk has walked 15 in his 37 2/3 innings. Not a horrible number. This one roped down the left field line and foul, says third base umpire Sam Brunetti. District 6 playoffs, actually some play-in games I think start later this week. Both of these teams will have byes. Northern Cambria, the number 1 seed in District 6 Class A. The Wildcats, the number 2 seed. They will play next week. Pitch missed. He lost them. So leadoff man aboard for the Colts. We've had the leadoff runner on base in each half inning, and the first and second innings being brought to you by our friends at R4H Medical Transportation. Due to their rapid growth and increase in need for service, R4H is looking to expand their team. If you're interested in joining them as a driver, apply online at rideR4H.com or scan the QR code that you'll see during their ad tonight. Parker Schutte steps in. .286 hitter, third baseman. Scoring to bunt, and it's right back to the pitcher. Oh, thought they had a shot at second, but they take the out at first. Sacrifice accomplished. Number 8 man, Trey Pershing, hitting only .212, the first baseman. Trey 7 of 33. Not a lot of ABs for him. First pitch down Broadway for strike 1. Pershing good overall multi-sport athlete. Next pitch from Turk. Laced into center. Back goes the center fielder Budner. Has it measured in front of the warning track for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Nate Fry, the shortstop and number 9 hitter. Number 9 hitter hitting .390.
Number 11, Nate Fry.
Fry has 14 RBIs. He's scored 23 runs, 16 of 41. Not a lot of extra base power. 2 outs, the runner at second. Lockhart should get a good break, probably scores on a hit to the outfield. A sweeper from Turk for strike 1. Pershing, who just flied out, he was injured he was burned badly a year or so ago. So good to see him come back and play football and now baseball. Curveball and a dandy for strike 2. Good crowd on hand here at First Commonwealth Bank Field. Next pitch, trying to get him to chase up and away. One and two. Runner at second, good lead. Pitch, down low, 2-2. Here's the pitch, chopped foul toward the Colts dugout on the third base side. Turk at the belt. Runner going, hit in the air. Center fielder Budner over a few steps toward right center. Makes the grab for the side retiring out. So back-to-back putouts by Budner. Special thanks to R4H Medical Transportation for bringing you the first and second innings. We head to the third. Colts 1, Wildcats nothing on Renda Digital TV.
Tax time rolls around, H&R Block has many filing options to make it easy. H&R Block Tax Pros will maximize your return with or without an office visit. You can drop by H&R Block, use their drop-off service, or a tax pro can even do your taxes virtually. Just send a few pics from your phone and you never have to leave home. With so many ways to file, it's just another way Block has your back. Visit your local H&R Block tax office at 3909 Bigler Avenue, Northern Cambria. While tax situations are different, not everyone gets a refund.
Are you ready to take your project to the championship level? Cambria Ready Mix Concrete is here for you. Serving the Route 22 and 219 corridors in Cambria County, they understand the importance of teamwork and rock-solid values, just like your favorite sports teams. A proud supporter of high school athletics, they are dedicated to building stronger communities. Whether you're planning on a new home, driveway, or backyard sport court this year, get your concrete from the county seat. Call 1-866-BUY-CRMC. 1-866-BUY-CRMC.
Since 1958, the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club has been the heart of youth sports in the Greater Homer Center School District. From spring to summer, the Booster Sports Complex is alive, with kids learning the great games of baseball and softball, building skills, friendships, and future Wildcats pride. We're proud to be the foundation for varsity excellence. Good luck to the Homer Center Wildcats in the playoffs from the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club.
Back with you at First Commonwealth Bank Field. Our third and fourth innings brought to you by Cambria Ready Mix Concrete. What an outstanding supporter of Colts and Cambria Heights sports they have been. A proud supporter of high school athletics. They're dedicated to building stronger communities. Whether you're working on a new home, driveway, or backyard sport court, get your concrete from the county seat. Call 1-866-BUY-CRMC. That stands for Cambria Ready Mix Concrete. First pitch, a strike. Next offering to Matt Zerfoss, the designated hitter, away for ball one. Zerfoss hitting .200. Dolney's next pitch, swing at a high, hard one. And he helped him. And now he's in a hole 1 and 2. Surfoss just 4 of 19. Curveball stays inside and low. 36th pitch for Dolney. 105 is the limit, I believe, in PIAA, right? Guys over there, they're not hearing me, but I think it is. Straight swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts going back to the second inning. Top of the order, Braden Rado steps in.
Center now batting the shortstop, number 1, Braden Rado.
His father running the scoreboard tonight, and his father played for me another lifetime ago in Legion Baseball. A year that Arona Auto Body, as they were known, almost won a state title. Jason Rado, outstanding baseball player here in Homer City. And his son picking up where his dad left off. He takes the first pitch for a strike. He was hit by a pitch to start the game, but stranded in the first. Dolney hit in the air to right center. This one might go to the wall. Rado rounds first, heads to second. It's cut off before it gets to the warning track, but a leadoff double for Braden Rado. Or not a one-out double, I should say, for the leadoff man. That brings up Nate Burchell. Burchell bounced out to second base in the first inning as he was erased by Messina. Rado, good base runner. Wildcats trying to knot this game up. Pitch, strike 1. Fastball at 80 miles an hour. Rado tied for the team lead with 11 stolen bases, although his stolen base in the first gave him the team lead with 12 now. Curveball, bounced it up there. This game does not count toward the District 6 point standing, so the Colts will enter the playoffs as the number 1 seed, the Wildcats number 2. Line drive right field for a base hit. Rounding third, throw to home going to be offline, and the Wildcats tied up on an RBI single by Burchell.
First baseman, number 11, Braden Dunn.
Braden Dunn steps in. Curveball upstairs. No problem as Burchell dives in back to first. Next pitch, in there for a strike. 85-mile-an-hour fastball. Chase him back again. Center fielder Dumb pretty much straight away. Same with the left fielder and right fielder, so they play Braden straight up. Runner going, no, they bluff. It's a chopper to third, but going to be foul. Pirates and Mets tonight on WCCS. Hard to believe WCCS, one of our 4 stations, started broadcasting Pirates baseball in 1986. 1 and 2 on Braden, hunched over in that batter's box, and this one back to the screen. They get a convenient bounce, but no chance for Lockhart. And on the wild pitch, Burchell down to second base, and the Wildcats now with the go-ahead run standing at second. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Braden Dunn. Popped out in foul territory in the first inning. Catcher Lockhart with the catch. This one laced over the head of the second baseman Messina into right center. It's going to give the Wildcats the lead. 3 straight hits for Homer Center. And it's 2-1. Younger brother, freshman Colin Dunn.
Third baseman, number 18, Colin.
The batter. 2-1 Homer Center. First pitch, curveball for a strike. Braden Dunn at first base, 6 stolen bases this season. He's had a couple of injuries to his knee, grounded foul wide of the first base bag. Field looks excellent here at First Commonwealth Bank Field. They do a great job, volunteer organization since 1958. Concession stand, I'm sure, is humming down below us. If you're in the area, stop on by and grab something to eat and watch some good baseball. Stolen base, no chance, as Dunn down to second base. Let's see if his brother can drive him home. One and 2, the count. Using that center field camera for now for your viewing enjoyment, although if the rains come, it is not undercover, so unfortunately we would have to pull it. This one hit in the air, going to be out of play. Down the left field line, left fielder Shane Gisler gives it a look, but it lands near the visiting bullpen down the left field line. Great setting for baseball here with the trees and the hills in the distance. 1 and 2 on Colin Dunn. Flew out to the right fielder in the first inning. This one popped up shallow right field, and it drops, and there's not going to be any advancement. Braden Dunn had to hold at second in case the ball was caught, so it goes as a bloop single. 4th straight hit for Homer Center.
The catcher, number 15, Dom Shimko.
Shimko, the catcher, Dom Shimko, singled to lead off the second. 5 hits on the board for Homer Center. Fastball catches the outside corner for strike 1. Timeout called by Dom Shimko. 3rd and 4th innings being brought to you by Cambria Ready Mix Concrete. Pitch missed. One pitch outside. Special thanks to our co-presenting sponsors. You see them at the top of your screen. Smith Coal and Oil. 2 great teams going at it tonight on the diamond, and 2 great locations now available for all of your fuel and heating needs. Smith Coal and Oil. Pitch inside. And he's 1 pitch away from loading the bases. Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil, proud supporters of high school athletics. Quick conference between Lockhart and Caleb Dolney. Also special thanks to H&R Block in Northern Cambria. Over 40 years of professional tax service and a long list of satisfied customers. H&R Block in Northern Cambria. Stop in to learn more about their tax services. 3-1 pitch to Shimko. Missed, and the sacks are loaded. uncharacteristic for Caleb Dolney. And manager Skylar Eckenrode's going to come out and talk to him. Skylar was a good pitcher back in his day. For Shimko, Eli Turk running again at first base. Up to 58 pitches now for Dolney. Wildcats won this championship game last year over Conemaugh Township 9-3. Homer Center's outscored their opponents 167-82, an average of about 8.5 runs to 4.1. As a team, the Wildcats hitting .317. Colts a few ticks better at .371. But right now, it's the Wildcats with the lead and threatening for more. Pitch way high to Noah Turk as he faces his mound mate Dolney. Dunn at third, Dunn at second. Collin at second, Braden at third. Pitch missed badly, and it's 2-0. Right now, Dolney appears a little frustrated. Infield in all the way around, trying to choke off a run if they can get an atom ball. Right down the middle for strike one at 79 miles an hour. Lights have been on here at First Commonwealth Bank Field. Dolney from the windup. Popped behind the screen and out of play. This field used and was built originally for Junior Legion baseball. Eventually expanded and became the home of Homer Center back around 2007, I believe. This one chopped to the shortstop. Fry to home for the force out there, on to first safe. But they do erase the lead man, Braden Dunn, who gets up a little slowly. He's had a couple of issues with knees, but he appears to be okay, trying to shake it off. Put out goes 6-2. Turk on the fielder's choice.
Center fielder number 30, Nash Budner.
Sacks remain loaded for Nash Budner, who popped up to the shortstop, Nate Fry. Two outs, bases loaded. Wildcats have taken a 2-1 lead. Pitch to Budner, a curveball and a dandy at 66 miles an hour. Froze Budner. He's in a hole 0-1. Next pitch, curveball popped weakly into right field. Right fielder Valeria over a few steps and makes the grab for the side, retiring out. The Wildcats do grab the lead, 2 runs on 4 hits. They leave the bases loaded. We've played 2.5 innings. It's now Homer Center 2, Colts 1 on Renda Digital TV.
Are you ready to take your project to the championship level? Cambria Ready Mix Concrete is here for you. Serving the Route 22 and 219 corridors in Cambria County, they understand the importance of teamwork and rock-solid values, just like your favorite sports teams. A proud supporter of high school athletics, they are dedicated to building stronger communities. Whether you're planning on a new home, driveway, or backyard sport court this year, get your concrete from the county seat. Call 1-866-BUY-CRMC. 1-866-BUY-CRMC.
IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is your keystone to your family's healthy life. 3D mammography, dermatology, pediatrics, physical and occupational therapy, sports medicine, and many more vital life services. And of course, Urgicare. 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, next to the Chestnut Ridge Golf Resort. Get in, get out, get better.
Good luck, Colts, from Lynn Sunoco of Northern Cambria, servicing your auto mechanical needs with expert care. Lynn Sunoco has a long list of satisfied customers. Also in Northern Cambria, Medvan Transport, providing non-emergency transports for wheelchair and station car transports for all your medical transport needs. Medvan Transport is now hiring drivers and EMTs.
We move to the bottom of the third and top of the order, and a leadoff single, like he did in the first inning. Shane Gisler leads off the home half of the third with an inning. Trying to get some wires untangled here. We're going to get the president of the Heritage Conference on the air, Jody Rainey.
Hitter number 22, Sean Gisler.
Twin brother Sean Gisler steps up, left-handed hitter. Struck out in the first. They chase Shane back. Pretty good lead at first base for Shane Gisler. Now Turk steps off. Jody Rainey, president of the Heritage Conference, joining me in our broadcast booth as this second inning brought to you, or third inning, brought to you by Cambria Ready Mix Concrete. Foul ball on the third base side. Jody, thanks for joining us. Good crowd on hand for this championship game. We need to keep the rains away.
Yeah, it seems like we're moving along okay. So let's see if we can keep this thing trucking and get this game in.
Strike two on the outside corner to the left-handed hitting Gisler, who's a .529 hitter, the designated hitter batting for center fielder Dumb. Great facility. I know we've talked about it to host this game under the lights. Waste pitch outside, 1-2.
Certainly, it's, I said to you many times, Mark, it's premier field in their area for any level, really. And the improvement projects that you have going on here.
High hop to Rado, did a good job to adjust as that ball hit something and took a high hop on Braden, but he adjusted. He's a good athlete, and he races Shane Gisler, Sean, his twin brother, on at first on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, nice play. He didn't rush himself there, and it took a bad hop on him, but he definitely stayed with it. And
Brad Valeria singled in the first RBI single, gave the Colts the early lead in the home half of the first. Heritage Conference has had a great year, haven't they?
We have, and a lot of conversations going on about, with the section play and it happens in all of our sports, who's the best two teams and, but you have to play section ball just because we have 12 teams and we're only allowed 20 games. So if you played everybody twice to try to determine everything, you'd be over the PIAA limit. But we've had a great season coming down to the wire the last couple games to decide who was going to play in these championship games. And it just creates excitement. And you look at the crowd tonight, how often do high school baseball or, I'm curious to know what they have over at softball tonight as well as far as, attendance. But this is a great atmosphere. I do think that the crowd creates the atmosphere for the kids, having the ability to play under the lights here, softball playing at Northern Cambria. I just think playing under the lights creates just a championship atmosphere. And we obviously have a good game going here right now. A nice tight game, and both teams seem like they showed up and ready to play.
Stolen base for Gisler as we check the radar. Rain starting perhaps in 28 minutes. Saturday, it was going to be perfect all day. Rain coming in on Tuesday. And there we look at it in real time.
Yeah, I've thought about, should we have moved the games up an hour today or something? But, we'll see what we got. Hopefully we can, like you said, get it in. And if it comes, is it looking like it's coming and staying, or is it going to
We'll take a look
through?
here. We'll multitask inside, and he lost Valeria and runners at first and second. Not the worst thing in the world. Sets up a force at any of the three bases. Well, let's see, Jody. We'll advance this. Yeah. Some lighter stuff. We get to 9, then there's a break. And so it looks if we're going to get it, should hit around 825 initially. 820, 825-ish. Doesn't look particularly heavy. Messina, the cleanup hitter, 319 hitter, bounced out to the shortstop Rado in the first inning. Big opportunity for both teams here. Pitch outside for a ball. Colts lead it, or Wildcats lead it 2-1. Home team, Northern Cambria tonight. Does that alternate by division every other year, Jody?
I think it goes by best conference
Okay.
overall record.
Down low for a ball. Of course, the Heritage Conference basketball championship at the KCAC has turned into kind of like the marquee thing. Does that help fund other championships and activities?
It does, and even like with crowds like this and at the softball, we've been charging $5 for most of our championship events. We added that to even track and field this year, and it does. And I think one of the things that people need to understand is, you know, if we want to keep expanding our mission of creating positive, enriching experience for kids, obviously that involves us investing money. And so like the fees that we'll collect tonight and softball, we started we're going to do it again this year. Dan Pajak from Northern Cambria set up the golf outing last year, like a 4-man scramble golf outing, and we're going to do that again. We're getting the information out early this year. But all those things, all that money goes right back into the kids.
Ground ball to first baseman Braden Dunn, who steps on the bag. Runners move up to second and third, but a big out for Noah Turk as he tries to escape this jam here in the bottom of the third inning. School year quickly winding down too. You're the principal at Homer Center. Hard to believe.
Oh, it is. It's crazy. You know, you're doing your final observation of teachers, and we got things called roster verifications that we have to do so teachers can get their assigned state data, and working on it. It just seems like, you know, the graduation, senior trips, state testing, AP testing. There's something going on every day, but you know, staff does a really good job. Our kids are doing a good job locking in. We just had prom Friday night. You know, so, you know, it's exciting for kids, but it's also busy for kids too.
1-1 pitch coming from Turk. Big chance here for the Colts. He chops it to the on-deck circle, and a good grab by the on-deck man. That is Zach Lockard, the catcher. Some more improvements coming here to First Commonwealth Bank Field. So next year when this game rolls around, we should have from dugout to dugout about 500 chair-back bleachers with backrests. It'll be nice for us with bad backs.
That's going to be beautiful.
The balk, I think, has been called.
Oh, that's huge.
So that moves the runners up, and that plates a run as Sean Gisler trots home.
He's got to bear down and get over that one here and, you know, get out of this. You know, we're still tied up now, but guy right
1-2 on Dolney. Go ahead run 90 feet away. Upstairs 2-2. And we're hoping also irrigation system. Would rather use that than have the rain come tonight, especially, right?
Yeah.
2-2, deuces are wild. 2-2 count. 2-2 our score. 2 outs in the inning. Pitch, curveball stayed high. 3-2. Marty Knezevich, one of the better plate umpires around. 4-man crew. Is that something that's always been done? 4-man?
4-man for the championships. Yep.
Here's the payoff pitch. Fouled back to the screen. Trying to the concession fare tonight?
I didn't make it that far. As I was telling you, I got the update from down at Washington, D.C. from the son. It was his first internship day, so I had to step away there a little bit and get the news of the day. I got the direct source now, I suppose.
Got the Bardini's Kibasi grinder has you written all over.
I heard. I'm going to definitely hit that.
3-2 pitch again from Noah Turk. Upstairs lost him on a 66-mile-an-hour curveball. And now runners at the corners, and that may not be for long because Dolney will probably take off on the first pitch. The catcher, Lockard, led off the second inning with a walk and batting for the second inning in a row. And running at third will be at first base, Zach Kirsch. Not sure if Kirsch is injured or not, but he was hitting .462, 26 plate appearances, so evidently maybe he does come off the bench. I have a feeling he'll be going early, and there he goes. Actually, Wildcats ran a play. I don't even think Noah Turk realized that the Colts were running a play. That's called a forced balk play, where you take off early and you try to force the pitcher to balk. The Wildcats did not bite. Pitch to Locker down low. 2-2 our score. 2 runs, 5 hits for the Wildcats. 2 runs, 3 hits for the Colts. Down low, 2-0. 52 pitches now for Noah Turk. So you'll get the inside scoop on DC politics. Is that it?
I'm hoping to. No, he enjoyed it. I found the building, so that's a start.
3-0.
We got to spend a lot of time down there this weekend. Went to Arlington Friday night and Saturday. We were obviously dropping him off at his apartment. But it's obviously, a lot of people have been to DC. It's really nice, but so that opportunity for him is really great. But we got to tour, and we got to go out and do a lot of sightseeing and taking in the the different diners and stuff. So
Turk might have gotten a call there. That pitch appeared low. 3-1 on Lockhart. Runners at second and third. Pitch down low. That one kicks away from the catcher, Shemko, but not far enough for advancement. And now the bases are loaded for Parker Schutte. Parker sacrifice bunt in the third inning. I had some, as a member of the Pennsylvania Association of Broadcasters, I was part of a small contingent, did some lobbying in D.C. for some broadcasting issues affecting radio and TV. So I learned firsthand. It's the first time I did that in a while, but it's a bigger rat race than it was the last time I did it.
Yeah, Luke would be interested in that too, because not only, as I told you before, he's a political science major, but he's also a comm journalism media majors too. He's a double major, so and his passion does lie in the latter and that type of stuff. And I'm not allowed to say, so I hope he doesn't watch this, but he has a little radio show. He's a member of a fraternity, and him and one of his fraternity brothers do the Friday show called Greek Speak. And they talk about different Greek issues and bring in different fraternity and sorority presidents and officers and stuff. So he's pretty good on the air, Mark. I'll have to get you a copy of the tape. Maybe
absolutely.
You can help him go places there for me.
Absolutely. Parker Schutte with the bases loaded, score tied here. Big moment for both teams. First pitch outside for a ball. Third and fourth innings being brought to you by our friends at Cambria Ready Mix Concrete. Whether you're working on a new home driveway or backyard sport court, get your concrete from the county seat. Call 1-866-BUY-CRMC.
There's one.
Pitch right down the middle for strike one. Good crowd on hand, good representation from both communities, and games like this bring out baseball junkies, I like to say. This one hit in the air to left field. Left fielder Connor DeArmond almost right in his tracks for the side retiring out. Well, the Wildcats left the sacks loaded in the top half of the inning, and the Colts do the same, although they do play to run on a hit. They strand 3. We've played 3. We're knotted up at 2 on Renda Digital TV.
Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil are proud to be a presenting sponsor of this District 6 matchup. Smith Coal and Oil is also proud to announce that you can now rely on the Smith team at their sister location, Indiana Fuel and Oil, for all your commercial and residential diesel and gas needs. 2 great teams going at it tonight on the Diamond, and 2 great locations now available for all your fuel and heating needs. Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil, Indiana, PA. Proud supporters of high school athletics.
In the past, cleaning your car meant dirtying the environment. Not at Mod Wash. At home, the average car wash takes 150 gallons of water. At Mod Wash, only 30. And 20 gallons we reclaim. Retail soaps and chemicals seep into our creeks, rivers, and groundwater. Everything at Mod Wash is biodegradable. The dirt off your car is, well, dirt. At Mod Wash, it's collected and used for potting soil and fertilizer. See for yourself. Mod Wash on Indian Springs next to Lorelli's. We do clean.
When your home or business needs reliable heat, Kirsch Heating Corporation is ready to deliver comfort you can count on. They specialize in installation, maintenance, and repairs for residential and commercial heating systems. With years of trusted service in Northern Cambria, Kirsch Heating keeps your system running smoothly all season long. Call 814-948-9778 today. And this season, Kirsch Heating proudly supports the Northern Cambria Colts baseball team. Go Colts!
Back with you at First Commonwealth Bank Field. We moved to inning number 4. What a good ball game we have here, Jody. We expected a good one between these two ball clubs, the first and second seed, and they are delivering.
They are, and like I said, nice played game here with a decent pace, and both teams got out of big jams in the last inning, with bases loaded, leaving them loaded.
For the Wildcats, Drew Fisher leads off, struck out swinging in the second inning. Jody, thanks for joining us. Thanks for all you do for our young people, not only as the principal at Homer Center, but also the amount of time you put in with the Heritage Conference. It's something special, and I know you don't look for those accolades, but you deserve them when we can give them to you. You and so many others make it pretty special for the teams that represent this conference.
Well, I'm really happy, Mark. I appreciate, like I've told you many times, what Renda does, and to make our kids feel like rock stars. Like this is a top level championship game, but there's definitely an added feature by being on Renda TV, and by just the way that your professionalism and your staff and the way they interview and they promote the kids in the schools. That's so important, and in the conference itself with everybody.
Ground ball hit to the third baseman Parker Schutte across the diamond, and Fisher is retired, and it's the first time second time the Wildcats have had the leadoff man erased. This one, the putout goes 5-3, and that brings up designated hitter Matt Zerfoss. And you do like the grass, you said.
I do. I heard the guy that cut the grass is a pretty talented, multi-talented guy. And I'm waiting. I said I want to see the Heritage logo cut into the grass area next year. Maybe some bushes out in center field with the instead of a P, maybe a big H out there somewhere.
We'll have to talk to Don Mester about that.
We did. He has time on his hands now, right?
Is that horticulture? What is that? I don't know what that is.
I think it's,
I flunked that.
Edward Scissorhands, whatever.
Thanks, Jody. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks. And also this thanks for everybody that's tuning in and supporting the kids, and everybody that came out tonight to support them, because it's definitely the support of the communities and the fans of the Heritage Conference that, our mission is to provide positive, enriching experiences. And, it's not every day they get to play in front of this type of crowd and just to have this experience. So just really thankful for you and everybody that's helped make that happen. So thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Yeah, you can kind of hear the buzz in the air. It sounds like a minor league ball game we're at. It's fun.
Right. And as we said earlier, all this stuff here that helps us do other things, we stay true to our core site. Athletics is a big part of any conference, but the things that we do academically and in the arts for our kids too is possible because of the funds that we make off of something like this as well. I mean, we're not doing it, we don't make decisions based on money, but money helps you provide opportunities. There's no doubt about that. So we appreciate everybody's support of the Heritage Conference.
Great. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Mark.
Braden Rado with 2 outs as Zerfoss went down swinging. Rado 1 for 1 with a double. This one bounced up the middle. Shortstop behind the second base bag. Fry onto first for the side, retiring out. First time we've seen that tonight. 3 up, 3 down go the Wildcats. We head to the bottom of the 4th, tied at 2 on Renda Digital TV.
To experience luxury with your next vehicle? Then look no further than Luther Lincoln. From the full-size Lincoln Navigator to the mid-size Lincoln Aviator or the Lincoln Nautilus and Corsair crossovers, Luther has the Lincoln you want. With complimentary pickup and delivery for service, or being able to schedule your service appointments online, Luther Lincoln wants to make your experience a pleasant one. Luther Lincoln, your choice for Lincoln. Route 119, Homer City. Click on lutherlincoln.net.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard,
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
The Greyston Coral Sportsman's Club continues to soar, and the club is proud to offer newly remodeled facilities for its many members. Voted best social and sportsman's club in Indiana County, the club features a large 3-acre fishing pond that is well stocked and offers a shooting range that is open year-round. The club takes pride in hosting kid-friendly events and the annual fireworks display for the 4th of July. Inside, club members can enjoy a newly remodeled bar area, the perfect place to unwind and watch your favorite team. The Greyston Coral Sportsman's Club. Go!
Let's go!
Mark Burdick back with you on Renda Digital TV. Our coverage tonight being presented by Smith Coal and Oil on H&R Block in Northern Cambria. Number 8-man Trey Pershing leads off. Let's see if Noah Turk can have an easy inning himself. This one big chop over the third baseman's head and in the hole, and it's going to be an infield single for Pershing. Rado thought about it and then realized he didn't have a play at first, so a leadoff single for Pershing. They've had the leadoff man aboard in all 4 innings. Nate Fry, flying out to center in the 2nd inning. Let's see if he squares to bunt. Freshman third baseman Colin Dunn is several steps in on the grass. Pitch kicks away from the catcher, so it doesn't matter. He was going, we'll rule it a stolen base. And now the Colts have a chance maybe to bunt him up to third if they wish, with the leadoff man Shane Gisler on deck. He's 2 for 2, and he's faced 2 pitches in his 2 at-bats. Inside and low for a ball. Turk from the stretch checks the runner. Pretty good lead, and the pitch high and inside, and it's 3-0. "61 pitches for Noah Turk as he works in the home half of the 4th inning. Swing and a miss on a 3-0 count. The number 9 hitter swings. Did he have a green light? Yikes. "3-1. Now 3-2. Outside, lost him. So the 8 and 9 hitters reach, and here comes Scott Bauer. Will we have a pitching change? In the past, this game has been played with the District 6 playoffs a couple days away, and you had to really manage hard to save pitching. Not the case for either team tonight because they won't play till next week. We have a pitching change. You want to keep it here or take a break, Samantha? Our producer, Samantha Snedden, says it's up to me, so we will take a break and sort things out as far as the changes for Homer Center. The Colts have put the first 2 runners on base to start the bottom of the 4th inning, and they chase Noah Turk here in the 4th. We'll see who's on the mound when we return, with the game tied at 2 apiece, being presented by Smith Coal and Oil and H&R Block in Northern Cambria, coming back on Renda Digital TV.
Next time rolls around, H&R Block has many filing options to make it easy. H&R Block Tax Pros will maximize your return with or without an office visit. You can drop by H&R Block, use their drop-off service, or a tax pro can even do your taxes virtually. Just send a few pics from your phone and you never have to leave home. With so many ways to file, it's just another way Block has your back. Visit your local H&R Block tax office at 3909 Bigler Avenue, Northern Cambria. While tax situations are different, not everyone gets a refund.
R4H, this is Ben.
R4H is here when you need us. R4H provides transportation 7 days a week, including holidays. We offer local and long-distance transportation for ambulatory clients, as well as those who require a wheelchair, gurney chair, or stretcher van. We provide transportation to medical appointments as well as social and holiday events. We take pride in providing quality care and professional services to all of our clients. Exciting news! R4H is now certified to provide CPR, first aid, and AED classes to our local community. Due to our rapid growth and increasing need for our services, R4H is looking to expand our team. If you are interested in joining our team as a driver, apply online at rider4h.com or scan the QR code located at the bottom of this ad. Full-time, part-time, and casual positions are available in many locations. R4H Medical Transportation is an equal opportunity employer.
As always, because of you,
we are R4H.
Back with you, the new pitcher, Nash Budner, for Homer Center.
Left fielder number 4, Shane Gisler.
Give you the other changes in a moment. Gisler, the leadoff man, and that's the third pitch he's faced, and this time he didn't single. The first two, he picked on the first pitch and laced hard-hit singles. Runners at first and second and nobody out for Budner, the new pitcher. Noah Turk moves to first. Pitch outside for a ball. Braden Dunn from first to right. Drew Fisher from right to left. Nash Budner, the new pitcher. Here's the pitch from Budner. Good lead at second. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. 2-2. Budner 4-0 this year. 2-2 pitch. Curveball hit in the air. Shallow center field. Shortstop out, infield fly rule called. And Rado makes the catch about 8 or 10 feet out on the outfield grass. Big out for Nash Budner to erase one of their top hitters in Shane Gisler. His twin brother, Sean
Gisler.
Left-handed hitter, has their best average at .529. First pitch, back to the screen. The runners will move up on a wild pitch. Budner, 28 innings. He's allowed 16 hits, 13 runs, 11 of them earned. He's walked 19, struck out 35. Big lead at second. Swing and a miss. At a pitch out of the zone, and it's 1-1. Way high. Ball pops out of the mitt of the catcher, Dom Shimko, but in the home plate circle, he picks it up on a hop, and it's 2-1. Hitters count for the dangerous Sean Gisler. Let up and a good one, fooled him, and it's 2-2. He struck out swinging in the first inning. Boy, Homer Center and Budner could use another punch out here with the go-ahead run 90 feet away for the Colts as they bat in the home half of the fourth. High, count goes full, 3-2. Gisler leads the team with 23 ribbies. I mentioned 10 extra base hits, 5 doubles, 5 triples. Payoff pitch. Called, strike 3. Gisler doesn't like it. He thought it was inside, but he's called out. Our producer tonight, Samantha Snedden. Our intern, his first day with Renda Media. Glad to have Alex Donaldson. Alex, your hometown again? Hattsboro, Eastern PA. Yep. We still like you over here. Pitch in there for a strike to Brad Valeria, who's 1 for 1. RBI single in the first, walked in the third. Budner trying to escape trouble here in the bottom of the fourth. Outside corner, strike two. 80-mile-an-hour fastball. Valeria shortens up a little bit on the bat handle. Next pitch. Just caught a piece. Oh, no, he didn't. And the catcher, Shimko, on to first for the side retiring out. Put out goes 2-3. What a job by Nash Budner. Escaping trouble. No runs, a hit. They leave two. We've played four. We're tied at 2 on Renda Digital TV.
The Barnesboro Slovak Club is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. And if you're looking for a friendly, comfortable atmosphere with good friends and entertainment, then try the Barnesboro Slovak Club. The Barnesboro Slovak Club welcomes new members, and there's always fun activities to do there. And be sure to check the Slovak Club out on Facebook for upcoming events. Again, that's the Barnesboro Slovak Club. Join today.
IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is your keystone to your family's healthy life. 3D mammography, dermatology, pediatrics, physical and occupational therapy, sports medicine, and many more vital life services. And of course, Urgicare. 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, next to the Chestnut Ridge Golf Resort. Get in, get out, get better.
In the past, cleaning your car meant dirtying the environment. Not at Mod Wash. At home, the average car wash takes 150 gallons of water. At Mod Wash, only 30. And 20 gallons we reclaim. Retail soaps and chemicals seep into our creeks, rivers, and groundwater. Everything at Mod Wash is biodegradable. The dirt off your car is, well, dirt. At Mod Wash, it's collected and used for potting soil and fertilizer. See for yourself. Mod Wash on Indian Springs next to Lorelli's. We do clean.
Mark Burdick back with you on Renda Digital TV. Head to the 5th inning. Unfortunately, with the rain on the doorstep, we're going to have to take away our center field camera. Through 4 innings, Homer Center 2 runs on 5 hits. They have committed 1 error and stranded 3. For the Colts, 2 runs on 4 hits. They have stranded 6 base runners and committed no errors. First pitch to Nate Burchell, leading off the top of the 5th inning. Dolney still on the hill, his 76th offering of the night. High, hard one, wave and a miss from Burchell. Nate is 1 for 2, bounced out to second in the first, drove home a run and scored a run in the third. This one hit in the air to center field. Center fielder over a few steps, Ty Dumb, and he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So Dolney
right fielder, number 11, Braden Dunn,
has retired 6 Homer Center hitters in a row. Let's see if Braden Dunn can break up the streak. Homer Center's best hitter. 1 for 2 tonight. First pitch, a fastball outside for ball 1. Let up outside for ball 2. That caught the home plate umpire. Samantha, you might as well tell him to bring those power cords in too, if you can. Marty Knezovich, the home plate umpire, trying to shake it off. 3-0 count on Braden Dunn. Sprinkling outside. 3-0 count. Missed inside. 4-pitch walk to Braden Dunn.
Third baseman, number 18, Colin Dunn.
Cleanup man Colin Dunn, 1 for 2 tonight. Bloop single in the third. Flew out to right in the first. Pitch outside corner for strike 1. They play Colin straight away. Center fielder Ty Dum almost even right up the middle. Pitch fouled back to the screen. He had a good rip at a high fastball. Wildcats trying to defend last year's title, make it 2 in a row. Runner going, 0-2 pitch, ball, throw to second, goes nearly into center field. Good backup by Nate Fry, the shortstop. And Braden Dunn, he's a gamer. He's in some difficulty again out at second base, trying to walk it off. And he appears like he's going to be okay. Trainer Bob Rupert out of the dugout. Third base coach and manager Scott Bauer also checking on him. Umbrellas are up at First Commonwealth Bank Field. We're in the huge press box meeting room building, the press deck out in front of us. Did we have any scores, Samantha, on the softball game? Nope. Oh, we're going to check on it. Called strike 3. Second out of the inning. So Dolney's kind of settling in that walk aside. Brings up Dom Shimko. Shimko can give the Wildcats the lead with a 2-out wrap. Tied at 2 here in the 4th. First pitch of ball. 3rd and 4th innings being brought to you by our friends at Cambria Ready Mix Concrete. Whether you're working on a new home driveway or backyard sport court, get your concrete from the county seat. 1-866-BUY-CRMC. Pitch a strike. In the dirt and back to the screen. Wild pitch will advance Braden Dunn to third base, 90 feet away from giving the Wildcats the lead. Pitch hit in the air, foul territory. Will there be room for Pershing? There will be, halfway between the foul line and the fence, for the side retiring out. No runs, there was a walk, 1 man left. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th with the score, Homer Center 2, Northern Cambria 2 on Renda Digital TV.
Fuel and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil are proud to be a presenting sponsor of this District 6 matchup. Smith Coal and Oil is also proud to announce that you can now rely on the Smith team at their sister location, Indiana Fuel and Oil, for all your commercial and residential diesel and gas needs. 2 great teams going at it tonight on the Diamond, and 2 great locations now available for all your fuel and heating needs. Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil, Indiana, PA. Proud supporters of high school athletics.
When you're in need of auto repairs, the place to go is Posix Auto Shop. Posix Auto Shop does your normal mechanical repairs, including brakes, exhaust, engine, oil changes, and state inspections. Posix also specializes in classic and antique cars. Trust your vehicle to Andrew Posix when you're in need of repairs. Posix Auto Repair on Old Route 119 South, just outside of Homer City. 724-599-4053.
Are you a do-it-yourselfer? That's commendable. But when it comes to tax laws, IRS rules, and regulations, it's not a bad idea to seek the help of a professional. That professional is Tom Citroni of Citroni Accounting. Tom can help with tax prep for individuals, families, and businesses, while also providing bookkeeping, accounting, and payroll services too. Wishing the Wildcats all the best in today's game. Citroni Accounting, Main Street, Homer City.
Our fifth and sixth innings of tonight's Heritage Conference Championship game being brought to you by the Barnesboro Slovak Club, proud sponsor of high school athletics. And if you're looking for a friendly, comfortable atmosphere with good friends and entertainment, then try the Barnesboro Slovak Club in the Northern Cambria region. Barnesboro, Spangler, I still think of those two towns that way, even though they made a good move, merging, consolidating into Northern Cambria, PA. Good folks there at the Barnesboro Slovak Club. They've been very supportive of Colts football and basketball and now baseball. We can't thank them enough. Leading off for the Colts as they send the middle part of the lineup up to the plate, Messina, Dolney, and Lockard. First pitch hit on the ground. Second baseman Burchell glides to his left and throws out Messina for the first out of the inning. First baseman now Noah Turk. Caleb Dolney, the pitcher, 0 for 1 tonight. First pitch right down the middle for strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. Budner ahead on the count. Swing and a miss on a nice let up. Curveball. Kind of a sweeper. 2 up, 2 down. What a job Nash has done since inheriting a jam back in the 4th inning. First and second, nobody out. All he's done is erase the 5 hitters he's faced with 3 of the 5 on strikeouts, and he jumps ahead of the count on Zach Lockard. Pitch backed him off the plate. One and one. Pitch hit weakly on the ground in the hole. Shortstop Rado on to first, gets by the first baseman. That's going to go as a single and an error.
Third baseman, number 20.
So the go-ahead run at second base for the Colts with 2 outs. Parker Schutte.
Courtesy runner number 15, Levi Czar.
Levi Czar, the courtesy runner at second base. Parker Schutte tonight, 0 for 1. Sacrifice bunt in the second. Flat out to left in the third. Fifth hit of the game for the Colts. Top of the 7th, West Shamokin leading Conemaugh Valley in the Heritage Conference softball matchup 5-1. Pitch in the dirt, nice block by the catcher Shimko. Sprinkling here, but pretty light. Umbrellas up. Good crowd on hand here at the little ballpark in Homer City. First Commonwealth Bank Field. Some renovations coming and some good tall bleachers on the way soon. Hit in the air to left field. Drew Fisher has it measured and makes the catch for the side retiring out. No runs, there was a hit, 1 man left. Colts have stranded 7. We've played 5. We remain tied up at 2 on Renda Digital TV.
R4H, this is Ben.
R4H is here when you need us. R4H provides transportation 7 days a week, including holidays. We offer local and long-distance transportation for ambulatory clients, as well as those who require a wheelchair, gurney chair, or stretcher van. We provide transportation to medical appointments as well as social and holiday events. We take pride in providing quality care and professional services to all of our clients. Exciting news! R4H is now certified to provide CPR, first aid, and AED classes to our local community. Due to our rapid growth and increasing need for our services, R4H is looking to expand our team. If you are interested in joining our team as a driver, apply online at rider4h.com or scan the QR code located at the bottom of this ad. Full-time, part-time, and casual positions are available in many locations. R4H Medical Transportation is an equal opportunity employer.
As always, because of you,
we are R4H.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Congratulations to Dave Malecki of Northern Cambria.
Back with you at First Commonwealth Bank Field. Pirates and Mets tied up at 1 apiece on a Skeens night at Citibank Field in Flushing, New York. Checking Paul Skeens tonight. 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, 5 strikeouts. Pirates batting in the top of the 6th. That game tied at 1. Leading off for the Homer Center Wildcats,
First baseman number 21,
Noah Turk, now at first base. Great ball game, tied at 2 in the 6th. Next pitch in there for strike 2. Thanks to our co-presenting sponsor, Smith Coal and Oil. In Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil. Proud to be co-presenting sponsor tonight. You can rely on Smith Coal and Oil and their sister location, Indiana Fuel and Oil, for all of your commercial and residential diesel and gas needs. Plus, they now offer bulk propane deliveries. Pitch, curveball, and a dandy strike 3 called. On the 90th pitch from Caleb Dolney. That brings up pitcher Nash Budner. Nash is 0 for 2, popped out to short in the 2nd, flew out to right in the 3rd. First pitch a ball. Also special thanks to H&R Block in Northern Cambria, our other co-presenting sponsor. You see them at the top of your screen. There's a wild one back to the screen, and it's 2-0. H&R Block wants you to focus on your business while they handle your books. H&R Block handles payroll, bookkeeping, tax preparation, and advice all year round. H&R Block in Northern Cambria. Stop in to learn more about their tax services. Fastball just stayed inside, and it's 3-0. Dolney hit the first batter of the game, Braden Rado. He has walked 2 and close to 3, and there it is, a walk to Budner. 95 pitches, so by PIAA rule, he has 10 remaining. That brings up the number 8 hitter, Drew Fisher. Drew struck out swinging in the 2nd, grounded out to 3rd baseman Parker Schutte in the 4th. He's 0 for 2. Wildcats with the potential go-ahead run at first base, fouled back to the screen off of the bat of Fisher. Wildcats will open up District 6 playoff action right here at First Commonwealth Bank Field next week. as the number 2 seed. Colts will be at home as well. Pitch, curveball, and a beauty. Throw to second base, and the runner is out at second base. Caught stealing. 2-4. Second out. Good throw by the catcher, Zach Lockhart, and he had a good pitch to throw on. Fastball right down the middle. Count is 0-2 on the batter, Fisher. Caleb Dolney will now go from the windup. Pitch, down and away. 1-2. On deck is the designated hitter Matt Zerfoss, although he may have been lifted with those changes. 1-2 pitch. Popped up. Is it going to stay fair? It's going to be caught by the catcher in the catcher's home plate circle for the side retiring out. Good job, good fundamentals by Zach Lockhart. Had his back to the field, did a great job. So the Wildcats, with the benefit of the caught stealing, go down in order. Nothing across. We head to the bottom of the 6th. We remain tied at 2 on Renda Digital TV.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is your keystone to your family's healthy life. 3D mammography, dermatology, pediatrics, physical and occupational therapy, sports medicine, and many more vital life services. And of course, Urgicare. 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, next to the Chestnut Ridge Golf Resort. Get in, get out, get better.
In the past, cleaning your car meant dirtying the environment. Not at ModWash. At home, the average car wash takes 150 gallons of water. At ModWash, only 30. And 20 gallons we reclaim. Retail soaps and chemicals seep into our creeks, rivers, and groundwater. Everything at ModWash is biodegradable. The dirt off your car is, well, dirt. At ModWash, it's collected and used for potting soil and fertilizer. See for yourself. ModWash on Indian Springs next to Lorelli's. We do clean.
Congratulations to West Shamokin softball champs tonight, 5-1 over Conemaugh Valley. Here we have a good one going, 2-2, bottom of the 6th inning. Pershing 1 for 2 in the game. Count levels off 1-1. Nash Budner's just allowed an infield hit, and that's it since he's come on board. 1-1 pitch, outside and high, 2-1. Number 9 man, Nate Fry, waits on deck. Wind is shifted, blowing in a little bit here as it normally does at First Commonwealth Bank Field. Popped up foul territory, going to drift out of play and land a few feet behind the Wildcat dugout on the first base side. Two-two count on Trey Pershing. Did a little place kicking. Good overall athlete on the football team. I mentioned was a burn victim, accidental burn victim. Something exploded in a fire, and he was able to overcome that. Some pretty severe burns. Hit on the ground weakly. Rado on, throws to first, and not dug out by first baseman Noah Turk. That'll be an error on the shortstop, although a tough chance for Rado as he had to charge, glove, and throw. Pershing has good speed. Third error on Homer center. We did go back and look at that error in the first inning. It was partial fundamentals, but the runner had held at first base, and then when the ball went off of the glove of the third baseman, Colin Dunn, and trickled home, that allowed the runner to move up to second at that point, so that is why there was an error charged on the left fielder, DeArmond. Pitch down low, not showing bunt was Nate Fry. Leadoff runner aboard for the Colts. Number 9 man Fry, 0 for 1 officially with a walk. They chase back Pershing. Fifth time in 6 innings, the Colts have had the leadoff man aboard. Pitch a strike. See, we pulled the center field camera and it quit raining. That's the way it works, right? Still a light drizzle out there. As we look up into the lights, it's easier to see. Not raining hard enough to interrupt play at all, and he hit him. Oh no, it didn't hit him. Yes, it did hit him. So now, Colts first 2 runners on base, the 8 and 9 hitters, that hurts. And the dangerous Gisler twins are next. Shane Gisler, I would throw him something out of the zone on the first pitch because he loves climbing on the first pitch. First pitch of the game from Noah Turk, he ripped a single. In the 3rd inning, he ripped a single on the first pitch. 3rd trip, he fouled it and eventually popped out to short. Let up and a strike. He took that one. How about that? Runners lead away at first and second, of course, not holding at first. First baseman Turk in on the grass. I doubt that this kid's bunting. Here's the pitch outside. I'd probably be playing Turk behind him, but I guess got to keep it honest just in case. 476 regular season hitter. That number's gone up tonight. Pitch outside, 2-1. These teams played back on March 21st, an 11-9 come from behind victory right here by the Colts. They trailed 7-1 heading to the 5th, scored 5 in the 5th, 5 more in the 6th, won it 11-9. Pitch, swave and a miss at a let-up. He was fooled, and the count levels off at 2-2. Top of the order, Shane Gisler, 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air, short right center field. It's going to drop, and everybody's going to be safe. Good read by the base runner at first base. That was Nate Fry. He saw that was going to drop. Not so sure down at second was Pershing, but he eventually got off and running to third base and got there easily. But excellent base running by the base runner Fry at first base. Good read, went halfway and then saw it was going to drop and darted to the second base bag to eliminate the chance of a force out. And the bases are loaded for the dangerous Sean Gisler. Sean Gisler, entering the game, was 27 of 51. 23 RBIs led the team, 5 doubles, 5 triples. Dolney, who bats in the 5th position, has 9 doubles to lead the team. But dangerous part of the order, this Colts team features 4 players that bat 400 or better. Nobody out, sacks loaded. Wildcats are going to bring the infield in. Good speed at third base with Trey Pershing. This 5th and 6th inning being brought to you by the Barnesboro Slovak Club. This one hit in the air, and it's hit with authority. back to the fence. It's off the fence, high up on the First Commonwealth Bank sign. Trey Pershing is run number 3. Nate Fry is run number 4, and Gisler touches home plate for run 5 on a bases clearing double for Sean Gisler, and it's 5-2. That ball hit, that center field fence is 20 feet tall, and that ball hit probably about 16 or 17 feet up. Well, I'll correct myself on that. Probably about 14 feet up. But a bases clearing bolt off of the bat of Gisler, his 6th double of the season, and none bigger than that. No outs in the inning. Wide fastball from Budner to Valeria, who's 1 for 2. Singled homer run in the first, walked in the third, struck out in the fourth. Pitch. Two and 0. Outside, 3-0. So Budner has struggled in this inning. Tough play for Rado to open the inning. Went as an error, but it was a difficult chance. And then the hit batsman, and then a single and a bases clearing double. 3-0 pitch, backed him off the plate, nicked him too. So that's the second hit batsman. And runners at first and second. 5 straight batters have reached.
Second baseman, number 33, Ben Messina.
Messina, the second baseman and cleanup hitter, right-handed stick. Budner steps off. Special thanks again, the Barnesboro Slovak Club, for bringing you this 5th and 6th inning. If you're looking for a friendly, comfortable atmosphere with good friends and entertainment, then try the Barnesboro Slovak Club. Light rain continues to fall here. We learned that the District 6 track meet, which was scheduled for tomorrow and Wednesday, has now been moved to Wednesday and Thursday at Mansion Park in Altoona, way high. And it's 2-1, or 1-1, correction. So the District 6 track meet at Mansion Park, because of the threatening forecast, has been moved to Wednesday and Thursday. That's a balk, I believe, unless time was called. Time, I guess, called, so they're going to say it was granted by home plate umpire Marty Knezovich. Skylar Eckenrode wants an explanation. Skylar, as I mentioned on our pregame show, I can remember when I was coaching Legion baseball, he was an outstanding player, pitcher for Clymer Legion and then Penns Manor. 1-1 the count on Messina. High strike call, 1-2. Top of the zone, got the call. First baseman Noah Turk behind the runner at first in this situation. So he gets a good lead off. Missed with that sweeper, and it's 2-2. See our presenting sponsors at the top of your screen. Make sure to thank all of our sponsors that make it possible on Renda Digital TV. 2-2 pitch from Nash. Got a piece back to the screen. Jammed him on that. Fought it off to stay alive. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fourth punch out for Budner. That brings up
number 25,
Caleb Dolney, his mound mate. Caleb, if they send him back out for the seventh, only would have 6 pitches remaining. Pitch, swing and a miss. Caleb 0 for 2. A walk sandwiched around a fly out to left and a strikeout. Curveball stayed high. Mets and Pirates tied at 1 in the top of the 7th. Next pitch at the knees for strike 2. If you're an NHL fan, Carolina leading Washington 2-0 at the end of 2. Here's the pitch. Wave and a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back punch-outs for Nash Budner. 5 strikeouts in 2 2/3 innings of work. Did a great job stranding runners in the 4th. Colts got to him here in the bottom of the 6th. Our Robindale postgame show right around the corner. They will bring you the 7th inning as well. Behind them, the catcher Lockhart, and the runners move up to 2nd and 3rd. Sean Gisler down to 3rd base. Brad Valeria at 2nd. Gisler, the big blow in this baseball game. Bases clearing double, plated 3 runs. 2-0 count to Lockhart. Hit on the ground in the hole. Fielded by Rado. Across the diamond, throw a little bit low, and it gets by the first baseman, Noah Turk, and it's going to plate 2 runs. Second error in the inning. And the Colts have now broken it open at 7-2. Although, keep in mind, Homer Center has erased some big deficits here in the past week or so. That was another tough chance for Rado. He had to go in the hole, field it, make the long throw across the diamond.
Number 15, Levi Czar.
Levi Czar, the courtesy runner for Lockhart at first base.
Pinch hitting, number 30,
Zach
Kirsch.
Zach Kirsch going to bat for Parker Schutte. Kirsch, he's only hitting .462, and he does have 26 at bats, 12 of 26, 13 ribbies, 2 doubles, 2 triples. So not a bad player to come off the bench and hit. Curveball and a good one from Nash Budner, 0-1. And congratulations to the West Shamokin Wolves softball team. 5-1 victory over Conemaugh Valley. That game played at Northern Cambria. They always host the softball championship. Up high with the let up, 1-1. As we look to the top of the 7th for Homer Center, they'll have the 9-1-2 hitters due up. Runner going, pitch outside, no throw, stolen base for Lockhart. Zach Kirsch is the 9th Colt to bat in the inning. They have plated 5 runs on just 2 hits. High with the fastball, 3-1. Until this inning, they have stranded a lot of traffic on the base paths. They had left 7 entering the frame. Marty Knezevich going to confer with first base umpire Brad Trussell. Rain falling ever so lightly, if at all. Actually, that's not rain anymore. I need new glasses. Those are bugs flying up around the lights. Three and 1 to Kirsch. Long pause, timeout called by Kirsch. 5 runs here in the bottom of the 6th for Northern Cambria. Entered the game with a 17-2 record, 15-1 in the conference. Hit in the air, going back, center fielder, and dropping the ball, and a run is going to score. That's going to go as an error, I do believe. Not sure if you lost it in the lights. Is DeArmond in center now? Connor DeArmond. So 3rd error in the inning.
First baseman number 2, Trey Pershing.
Pershing led off, and he reached on an error. Colts have 7 hits, and the Wildcats have now committed 5 errors. Pitch outside for a ball. Six runs in here in the 6th, and sliding in on the wild pitch at 3rd base goes Zach Kirsch. Pitch inside, 3-0. Next offering right down the middle for strike 1 from Nash Budner. Three-one pitch, down low. It's a lot of pitches this inning for Budner. He's up to 64. And that's going to be it for Budner. So we'll take a pause in the action on this championship game coverage on Renda Digital TV. Again, we thank Smith Coal and Oil. 2 great teams going at it tonight on the diamond, and 2 great locations now available for all of your fuel and heating needs. Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil, proud supporters of high school athletics. And by H&R Block in Northern Cambria. H&R Block wants you to focus on your business while they handle your books. Over 40 years of professional tax service and a long list of satisfied customers. H&R Block in Northern Cambria. Stop in to learn more about their tax services. It's been a taxing inning for Homer Center. 6 runs across for the Colts. What was a 2-2 game is now 8-2 Northern Cambria. Back with more and to sort out the changes after this on Renda Digital TV.
Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil are proud to be a presenting sponsor of this District 6 matchup. Smith Coal and Oil is also proud to announce that you can now rely on the Smith team at their sister location, Indiana Fuel and Oil, for all your commercial and residential diesel and gas needs. 2 great teams going at it tonight on the diamond, and 2 great locations now available for all your fuel and heating needs. Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil, Indiana, PA. Proud supporters of high school athletics.
May is the month to make the switch to the Luther family of dealerships. Right now, get free tariff pricing on all new vehicles at Luther Ford Lincoln in Homer City, Luther Ford in Evansburg, and Luther Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in Northern Cambria. Plus, employee pricing for everyone at all 3 dealerships. You get employee pricing, no exceptions. Save thousands on your next vehicle in May before it's too late at the Luther family of dealerships in Homer City, Evansburg, and Northern Cambria. The time to act is now.
IRMC at Northern Cambria is proud to support Colts Championship Baseball. Looking for top-notch healthcare close to home? IRMC at Northern Cambria's walk-in primary care is now open 5 days a week to treat minor illness and injuries. We offer a full lineup of services like 3D mammography, lab work, x-rays, EKGs, and more, all with the quality care you deserve. Located on Crawford Avenue, stop in or call for more information. RMC at Northern Cambria, exceptional care close to home.
Back with you now on the hill. For the Wildcats, Colin Dunny moves in from third base. Braden Rado shifts from short to third. Nash Budner from the mound to shortstop. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. Runner takes off from first, and he'll get to second uncontested with a stolen base. Second time the Colts ran that. Many call it forced balk play, but Dunn didn't bite and didn't step off. He just yielded the stolen base. Swing and a miss from Nate Fry. So rough inning for Homer Center. Three errors. Pitch outside for a ball. 2-1. Budner 2 2/3 innings. Laced line shot into left. It's going to plate one. Rounding third and heading for home is Pershing, and he's going to be out at the plate. Good execution from the Wildcats to erase Pershing, but a run does score as Kirsch touched home plate. Colts end up with 7 runs on just 2 hits. There were 3 errors. They strand a base runner. Thanks to the Barnesboro Slovak Club for presenting the 5th and 6th innings. We head to the 7th. Big hole for Homer Center. They've done it before. Can they pull another rabbit out of the hat, trailing 9-2 on Renda Digital TV?
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
When tax time rolls around, H&R Block has many filing options to make it easy. H&R Block Tax Pros will maximize your return with or without an office visit. You can drop by H&R Block, use their drop-off service, or a tax pro can even do your taxes virtually. Just send a few pics from your phone and you never have to leave home. With so many ways to file, it's just another way Block has your back. Visit your local H&R Block tax office at 3909 Bigler Avenue, Northern Cambria. While tax situations are different, not everyone gets a refund. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is your keystone to your family's healthy life. 3D mammography, dermatology, pediatrics, physical and occupational therapy, sports medicine, and many more vital life services. And of course, Urgicare. 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, next to the Chestnut Ridge Golf Resort. Get in, get out, get better.
Reese Wagner, the new pitcher for the Northern Cambria Colts. If you're a Homer Center fan, you know that Reese had been part of the Wildcat roster until a year or so ago. He was the winning pitcher in the come-from-behind victory for the Colts on March 21st. Reese this year, 2.44 ERA. He's pitched 28 2/3 innings, allowed 29 hits, 10 earned runs, He's walked 15, struck out 34. Pretty good numbers for the junior southpaw.
Designated hitter number 22, Eli Turk.
Seventh inning in our postgame show being brought to you by Robindale. Proud to support tonight's broadcast. And the first pitch from Wagner to Eli Turk is a strike. Hit on the ground wide of third base, fielded on a nice hop by Coach Scott Bauer with those good hands. If you'd like to be part of the Robindale team, contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122. Next pitch high and wide for ball 1-2 on Eli Turk. Or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com. That's robindale.com. So many of these sponsors like Robindale are so good to you, our viewers. They're good to us at Renda Media because without them, we couldn't do what we do, and we hope you appreciate it. Please let them know. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Wagner was around him a little bit when he played Legion baseball. Good tools. Had some emotion to him. And sure, as he's grown older, that, like all kids, you mature, and he looks good out there. The lefty, that's an advantage, especially at this level, to start with. First pitch well out of the zone and back to the screen, to the brick backstop here at First Commonwealth Bank Field. Next pitch, curveball, a lot of movement. Strike one. Sure, it's pretty strange going against some old friends, his old mates. Here's the pitch, hit in the air, going to drift out of play. First base bullpen is where it's going to land. Down the right field line. The home bullpen. Braden Rado. Bucks have taken the lead 2-1 over the Mets at Citi Field. That's going to be on the bucket list to get there. There's a chopper. Nice short hop, not handled by Parker Schutte, and Rado's going to beat it out. That'll be an infield single for Braden, his second hit of the night. Tough chance for Schutte. He made the right play because his only chance was to try to pick the short hop, and it just stayed under his glove.
Number 5,
Nate Burchell, 1 for 3, RBI single in the third inning. And off the glove of the catcher, Lockhart, and down to second base goes Braden. We're going to rule that a pass ball. Okay. That's Dolney, I'm told, at third base now. 2-0 on Burchell. Right down Main Street for strike one. Wagner at the belt, checks the runner, Rado at second. A lot of movement on his pitches, but he missed inside and low, 3-1. Next pitch, chopped at his feet, back to the screen, and the count runs full. We'll do our best to bring you playoff action. Indiana, number 2 ranked team in the state. They got a bye in the WPIAL playoffs. What a season under Dan Petroff. Last year they lost a heartbreaker in the state championship game. This year they're right back at it. One loss to a talented Connellsville team. They are rolling, as I mentioned, I think East Pennsboro, the number 1 ranked team in the state. Indiana, number 2. Hopefully the Indians can make another run. Here's the pitch. Called, strike 3 on the outer edge, and down goes Burchell. So Reese Wagner's second strikeout of the inning. That'll bring up Braden Dunn.
Right fielder, number 11, Braden Dunn.
Braden 1 for 2. Popped out in foul territory to the catcher Lockhart in the first. RBI single in the third, a line drive shot into right center. And then he walked in the fifth. What a season he's had, hitting close to 500. Colts 1 out away from winning the 2025 Heritage Conference Championship. Seventh inning being brought to you by our friends at Robindale. Be a part of their team. Contact them at 814-446-6700. Extension 122 as the first pitch misses, or see how Robindale can assist your business. Visit them online at robindale.com. Braden Dunn, ground ball backhanded by Dolney across the diamond. He overshot it into the maintenance shed. That one, he just sailed on him, and that is an E5 with authority from Caleb Dolney. Look out, as many fans like to sit right in front of that building. That'll bring up, and the ball going out of play, of course, down to second base goes Braden. Pitcher Colin Dunn, the batter. Colin, a grand slam at Marion Center. Fouled, hit hard down the third base line. Wildcats were trailing in a game they needed to win because, like the Colts in Conemaugh Township, Homer Center and West Shamokin went down to the wire. Wildcats trailed 5-2, and Dunn, I think it was a 3-run homer. This one is a pop fly. I think it's going to stay in play. It does. First baseman Pershing for this game-ending out, and a championship for the Northern Cambria Colts as they celebrate in the middle of the diamond. The Colts pick up their 18th victory. They are the 2025 Heritage Conference champions. They win it 9-3 over the Homer Center Wildcats.
Homer Center 3.
We're coming back with our Robindale postgame show after this on Renda Digital TV.
When your home or business needs reliable heat, Kirsch Heating Corporation is ready to deliver comfort you can count on. They specialize in installation, maintenance, and repairs for residential and commercial heating systems. With years of trusted service in Northern Cambria, Kirsch Heating keeps your system running smoothly all season long. Call 814-948-9778 today. And this season, Kirsch Heating proudly supports the Northern Cambria Colts baseball team. Go Colts!
Good luck, Colts! From Lynn Sunoco of Northern Cambria, servicing your auto mechanical needs with expert care. Lynn Sunoco has a long list of satisfied customers. Also in Northern Cambria, Medvan Transport, providing non-emergency transports for wheelchair and station car transports for all your medical transport needs. Medvan Transport is now hiring drivers and EMTs.
The Barnesboro Slovak Club is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. And if you're looking for a friendly, comfortable atmosphere with good friends and entertainment, then try the Barnesboro Slovak Club. The Barnesboro Slovak Club welcomes new members, and there's always fun activities to do there. And be sure to check the Slovak Club out on Facebook for upcoming events. Again, that's the Barnesboro Slovak Club. Join today.
Since 1958, the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club has been the heart of youth sports in the Greater Homer Center School District. From spring to summer, the Boosters Sports Complex is alive, with kids learning the great games of baseball and softball, building skills, friendships, and future Wildcats pride. We're proud to be the foundation for varsity excellence. Good luck to the Homer Center Wildcats in the playoffs from the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club.
Back with you at First Commonwealth Bank Field. Colts win it 9-3. You can see they're taking a picture. Sam, I'm not sure if you can zoom in on that team shot there right between home plate and the pitcher's mound. Jody Rainey, president of the Heritage Conference, presented the plaque. Your 2025 champions. These are the top two seeds
the Homer Center Wildcats.
District 6 number 1 and 2 seeds, and these two teams, they could meet again in the District 6 championship. That would not shock me at all. We hope to have Skylar Eckenrode and a couple of the stars from the Colts join us on our Robindale postgame show.
And one final time, a round of applause for the Heritage Conference champion, Northern Cambria Colts.
They continue to celebrate. The totals in the game for Northern Cambria, 9 runs on 8 hits. They committed 1 error and stranded 8 base runners. For Homer Center, 3 runs on 5 hits. They committed 5 costly errors and they stranded 5 base runners. The winning pitcher, Caleb Dolney, he is now 7-0. And the losing pitcher in relief, Nash Budner, he drops his first game of the year, and Nash is 4-1. Stay with us. We're going to have manager Skylar Eckenrode and a couple of the stars of the game. I guess he's going to meet with the team first. So let's recap the game for you very quickly. Northern Cambria scored in the top of the first inning, a leadoff single from Shane Gisler, and then one batter later, Brad Valeria drove him home to make it 1-0. The Wildcats took the lead in the top of the third after a strikeout to start the inning. They put 4 straight hits together, a double from Braden Rado, RBI single from Nate Burchell, RBI single Braden Dunn, and that made it 2-1, 2 runs on 4 hits in that third inning for the Wildcats, and they left the bases loaded. Colts did the same thing in the home half of the third. They left the bases loaded, but they did tie the game. A leadoff single from Gisler again. And Sean Gisler, his twin brother, reached on a fielder's choice. There was a walk, and then a couple more walks, and a balk actually plated the tying run. We were knotted at 2 apiece, and we stayed that way until the bottom of the 6th inning when things went south for Homer Center. Leadoff error for Pershing as he reached. Fry was hit by a Nash Budner offering first and second and nobody out. Gisler singled. The sacks were loaded as a little blooper in right center field. That brought up Sean Gisler, who belted one high off of the center field monster about 15 feet up on the First Commonwealth Bank sign, driving home Pershing, Fry, and Gisler to give them a 5-2 lead. They were able to add 7 runs in all in that inning on just 2 hits. There were 3 Wildcats errors, and it was 9-2 heading to the 7th. And then in the 7th, the Wildcats, the beneficiary of an error on the Colts third baseman, Caleb Dolney, who moved to third after pitching. And I'm not sure if arm soreness had anything to do with it, but he launched a throw over the fence that plated Braden Rado, who had singled. And that was the third and final run for Homer Center. Colin Dunn popped out in foul territory to end the ball game as Northern Cambria wins it 9-3. Skylar Eckenrode and a couple of the players will be joining us momentarily. Being interviewed down on the field by some print media right now. And both of these teams, as I mentioned, will move on into District 6 Single A action next week. Fortunately, just some light rains invaded First Commonwealth Bank Field, but nothing heavy at all. And they were able to get the game in without any difficulty at all. The field is still bone dry as we look out on it here as we await the Northern Cambria Colts manager Skylar Eckenrode and a couple of the players to join us on our Robindale postgame show. Hope to have Indiana next week, as well as some more Homer Center, perhaps Northern Cambria baseball for you. Skylar Eckenrode still being interviewed down on the field. and they will join us in just a while. Just trying to total up the book here on the pitching. Caleb Dolney went 6 innings. Struck out 5. Walked 3, hit a batter. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Walked 3, struck out 5. Reese Wagner mopped up in the 7th, just allowed a scratch single, infield single, struck out 2. Nash Budner will take the loss for Homer Center. He did a great job in the 4th inning. He came on with runners at first and second and erased all 3 hitters that he faced, set down the first 5 batters that he faced, but was touched up in the 6th. And just looking here, how many of those runs actually, of the 7 runs that scored in that inning, only 2 were earned, as Budner in his 2 2/3 gave up 3 hits. Struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Colts. And as far as walks for Nash, no walks, but he hit 2 Northern Cambria Colts. We're going to take a break, come back, and rejoin you on our Robindale post-game show. Robindale is proud to help sponsor tonight's broadcast. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business by visiting them online at robindale.com. Back with more. 9-3, Colts are the champions of the Heritage Conference for 2025. More to come on Renda Digital TV.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
When tax time rolls around, H&R Block has many filing options to make it easy. H&R Block Tax Pros will maximize your return with or without an office visit. You can drop by H&R Block, use their drop-off service, or a tax pro can even do your taxes virtually. Just send a few pics from your phone and you never have to leave home. With so many ways to file, it's just another way Block has your back. Visit your local H&R Block tax office at 3909 Bigler Avenue, Northern Cambria. While tax situations are different, not everyone gets a refund.
Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil are proud to be a presenting sponsor of this District 6 matchup. Smith Coal and Oil is also proud to announce that you can now rely on the Smith team at their sister location, Indiana Fuel and Oil, for all your commercial and residential diesel and gas needs. 2 great teams going at it tonight on the Diamond, and 2 great locations now available for all your fuel and heating needs. Smith Coal and Oil in Northern Cambria and Indiana Fuel and Oil, Indiana, PA. Proud supporters of high school athletics.
In the past, cleaning your car meant dirtying the environment. Not at Mod Wash. At home, the average car wash takes 150 gallons of water. At Mod Wash, only 30. And 20 gallons we reclaim. Retail soaps and chemicals seep into our creeks, rivers, and groundwater. Everything at Mod Wash is biodegradable. The dirt off your car is, well, dirt. At Mod Wash, it's collected and used for potting soil and fertilizer. See for yourself. Mod Wash on Indian Springs next to Lorelli's. We do clean.
R4H, this is Ben.
R4H is here when you need us. R4H provides transportation 7 days a week, including holidays. We offer local and long-distance transportation for ambulatory clients, as well as those who require a wheelchair, gurney chair, or stretcher van. We provide transportation to medical appointments as well as social and holiday events. We take pride in providing quality care and professional services to all of our clients. Exciting news! R4H is now certified to provide CPR, first aid, and AED classes to our local community. Due to our rapid growth and increasing need for our services, R4H is looking to expand our team. If you are interested in joining our team as a driver, apply online at rider4h.com or scan the QR code located at the bottom of this ad. Full-time, part-time, and casual positions are available in many locations. R4H Medical Transportation is an equal opportunity employer.
As always, because of you.
We are R4H.
IRMC at Northern Cambria is proud to support Colts Championship Baseball. Looking for top-notch healthcare close to home? IRMC at Northern Cambria's walk-in primary care is now open 5 days a week to treat minor illness and injuries. We offer a full lineup of services like 3D mammography, lab work, x-rays, EKGs, and more, all with the quality care you deserve. Located on Crawford Avenue, stop in or call for more information. RMC at Northern Cambria, exceptional care close to home.
We are back from the First Commonwealth Bank press box after a 9-3 Colts championship victory. I remember this guy mentioned it a time or two back in the Legion days when I was coaching against you and you were hurling for Climber Legion, right? Yep. Hold on 1 second. There we go.
How we good now?
Yeah,
I can hear myself. All right. Yeah, these guys still give me grief for that. They heard you say hefty lefty at the beginning of the year. You didn't say hefty.
I did
you
not.
said crafty.
Crafty.
But they've been calling me
sure,
hefty all
for
year.
Sure.
So.
Definitely crafty guys behind me. We have a couple of stars of the game that'll follow you, Coach. Sum it up. How does it feel? Champions. I know that was one of the goals. Not the only goal, but one of the goals from the onset, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these guys worked so hard this offseason. This group of seniors specifically, the juniors, they've been in this game before. They know what it takes. You know, they put the work in. And you saw it pay off tonight. You know, Homer played a great game. They had a couple miscues there in the sixth that you know came back to haunt them. But that's a good ball team. I mean, Turk threw really well. Budner threw really well. We made tough at-bats when we needed to. It took us a little longer to get going, though.
Talk about the big bolt from one of the guys that we'll talk to. Bases are juiced. Budner had gotten out of a jam when he came on board in the fourth inning. But, he's done it all year long, Sean Gisler, and his twin brother, Shane, kind of helped set the table, and then a bases clearing double that nearly got out of here about 15 feet up on the Homer City version of the Green Monster, I guess.
Yeah, you're not going to find too many guys that work harder than Sean back there. You know, he's been in the weight room tirelessly for about 3 years now. He had a rough day there up at the plate till that point in time, and I pulled him in right before the at-bat. I said, Sean, you've worked too hard for this, man. This is your moment. Go get it. And first pitch, he jumped on it, and he smacked that ball.
The equivalent, some people ask me, actually Jody Rainey asked me, the fence is shorter because of being landlocked here, but the equivalent is 379 feet to get it over.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So
well, you hit it about 370.
Yeah. So that was a good shot. What about Caleb Dolney's performance? We'll talk to him. Couple of moments that he had to struggle and navigate, but he did that. He gave up 2 runs in the second, but left the sacks loaded, which I thought was a key part of the game to minimize the damage.
Yeah, I mean, Caleb's another one. I don't think he had his best stuff early, but when it counted late, he made his pitches. He executed. The defense played well behind him, and he got out of the jams that he kind of made for himself in times. But I thought Homer did a really good job today putting the bat on the ball, probably more than he's used to back there. So, yeah, I mean, he buckled down when crunch time came and did what he needed to do.
You know, media day in this same room, we interviewed you. Your fellow coaches picked you to win the conference. I think one coach picked you to win the state title. Nothing wrong with a little pressure, right? But your guys have handled that well. They've kind of gone about their business a one game at a time, next man up approach.
We harp that. I mean, we harp it, and that's where it really benefits you having the veteran leadership that we do. Having 10 seniors, you know, those guys aren't getting too far ahead. You know, they're not talking about next week or the week after that. They're worried about the game we got here today. And I think we've seen the results of that certainly so far this year.
The District 6 playoffs didn't go, you were an assistant, the way you wanted last year. I'm sure that left a bitter taste in the kids' mouths. And has that been a little bit of a motivating factor? Now you'll have a week on to kind of enjoy this, yet regroup and celebrate and get ready for the District 6.
Yes, 100%. we talk about it at length. We sit down and have long conversations, and we bring up last year's district game a lot. Homer beat us here. They played a really good game that day. We knew we were going to get it today. But, just keeping these guys, I told them in the huddle, let's enjoy this tonight. We'll give them an off day tomorrow, and then Wednesday we're going to get right back to it.
All right. Thanks for doing this, Coach. We're going to get a couple of your players on. And tell Reese, I had a little bit of involvement here, a few years ago when he was playing Legion ball. I wasn't coaching, but I was helping a little bit, and I always enjoyed being around him. I'm glad to see him back out on the
mound. I'm telling you, that was a good moment for Reese to close that out. He's got a little swagger to him when he's on the mound. He likes doing that kind of stuff. So I was happy to see that. He throws very well for us day in, day out, and tonight was no different.
I used to tell him it's an advantage being a lefty.
Yes,
right?
It is, absolutely.
Thanks, Coach. Congratulations.
Right. Thank you very much, Mark.
Good luck in the playoffs next week.
Thank you.
Skylar Eckenrode, and we'll get both of these guys in here. We don't kill ourselves with wires here. First, and here we go. We'll just let you hold that, Caleb, okay? So, to my left, we have the hitting star tonight, one of them, Shane Gisler, and winning pitcher, Caleb Dolney. Caleb, going to start with you because pitching's kind of one of my favorite things. So, talk about your performance tonight. Get that a little bit closer if you can.
I feel really good right now. I mean, that feels awesome to win. I felt like some of my pitches were a little off there in the beginning, but then I came back, started throwing some good, hitting my spots. I feel really good. Still felt good in the game.
This mound I know is legal because I'm involved here at the field. We've had a transit, but it does give some pitchers fits because a lot of mounds I think are illegal, meaning too low. Was there any adjustment period for you, or did you feel comfortable out there?
No, I love that mound. My feet stick good into it. My big thing is my back foot hitting that the mound. So, it fit real well for me, real weird like that. So, I love the mound. I love that mound.
They strung 4 hits together in the 3rd inning, but I thought it was big that you were able to get out of that jam. You stranded the bases loaded, so you minimized the damage, as I said to Coach Eckenrode. That was a big part of the ball game for you. And then you really took off because I think you had retired 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row and 8 out of 9.
Yeah, it feels good. Felt good. Still feel good.
What about
I just feel awesome.
What about winning this championship?
Feels awesome. Feels awesome. I'm so glad I won something with these guys. I love every single one of my teammates dearly. We're like brothers. We got a lot of seniors. We've been playing ball for a while together. I just feel so good to win something with them.
Would you be surprised if this wasn't a preview of the District 6 championship game?
It's a very good possibility, and I hope it is.
Okay. Caleb, thanks for doing this, and congratulations
to
tonight's winning pitcher. And, by the way, what did you do? Oh, no hits. My pitchers aren't supposed to hit, right? Normally you do. You're laughing at that, aren't you? You had the big hit of the game, Sean Gisler. Bases clearing triple in the 6th inning to break open a 2-2 game. Talk about the opportunity, and Coach said he talked to you prior to the at-bat. What were you looking for in that situation?
Well, the first 3 at-bats, I struggled quite a bit. I wasn't really seeing the ball very good. So Coach Scott took me over, and he said, hey, you worked way too hard for this. And so he said, sit fastball, see how far you can hit it. And I worked hard for it all year, and I got the fastball that I wanted, and it worked for me clearly. So, yeah.
Off the bat, did you know?
It felt good off the bat. I've had a couple of close ones this year where I thought they were going to go over, but it didn't. So I didn't want to celebrate too early, but it didn't go over. So.
Well, I meant as far as you knew it was a hit.
Oh yeah, 100%. It felt like when you hit it, you don't feel come off the bat. That's what it felt like for me. So, yeah, it was a good one.
2-2 game. The first time you guys played, it was an 11-9 game. You had to come from behind, but it's so long ago, back when snow was still flying, really, in March. So this was a much different game, a tighter ball game until you guys, came to life there in the 6th inning. So what was kind of the thought process as this game unfolded?
Well, like you said, we saw them earlier in the year, and that went our way, but we played kind of bad that game. But we have been working all year, and it worked now. We played good as a team overall, I think. It started off a little slow, but then we got it there at the end with the hit, and I think hits are contagious, so it really worked.
Something I wanted to ask Coach Eckenrode, and I forgot, but I'll ask you. Great crowd here tonight. I could hear kind of the buzz in my headset, almost like a minor league ball game atmosphere. Did you kind of feel the crowd out there? Was it a kind of a special atmosphere to play in?
Yeah, I mean, we have some really good fans. They come out and support from all over our town, and I heard it all game, and it really got us going. But when I got in that box, I was locked in, and it worked for me there at the end.
Great place to play baseball under the lights.
Yes, sir. It's a very nice field.
Sean, congratulations. You're champs. We wish you the best of luck in the District 6 playoffs, too. We hope to see you along the way. Man, you and your brother, 476 and 529. That's like the Bash brothers there,
yes,
leading
sir.
off for the Colts. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Shane Gisler, our guest, along with winning pitcher Caleb Dolney and manager Skylar Eckenrode. Final score here tonight, 9-3. The Colts win the 2025 District 6 championship. We'd like to thank Robindale for presenting our post-game show, and all of our sponsors along the way, our presenting sponsors, H&R Block of Northern Cambria, and also Smith Coal and Oil of Northern Cambria, and Indiana Fuel and Oil as well. From First Commonwealth Bank Field in Homer City, congratulations, Northern Cambria, the 2025 Heritage Conference champions from First Commonwealth Bank Field. Good night, everybody.